Hi, my name is Evan Kim, and I hope to be your sophomore class secretary.
At time 1:11. So, regarding the voting forms, everybody who has two people on the ballot currently will not have a voting form, so that will clear up that confusion, as well as intermissions are going to be 5 minutes instead of 10 minutes. But according to the Associated Student Body Constitution, the duties of your ASB Vice President include the planning, execution, and supervision of all campus elections. I'm now proud to call to stage and present to you the Associated Student Body Vice President, Mr. Graham Rowland.
Thank you, Rye. Hello, and everyone, and welcome to the 2021 nomination convention. We are so thankful to be here physically and virtually this year, given the circumstances of the school year. Now, please welcome our principal, Mick Wager, to the podium.
Hello, good afternoon, Broncos. Thank you for being here. It's so awesome that we're able to do this in the hybrid setting, sort of live and at home at the same time. I want to congratulate first those who are put their names out there for if you're running, if you're on the ballot. That's awesome that you're putting yourself out there. I know that it takes a lot of guts to do that, a lot of courage to do that, because not everyone can win. And it takes a lot of courage. So I appreciate that, and I applaud you for that. All the delegates that are here, thank you for being here. If you end up being on the ballot yourself as well, I congratulate you, and I just want to wish you all the best of luck. The little displays you have are awesome, and I just look forward to next year and seeing everything that you're going to continue to do. Thank you for taking this leadership role. It's an awesome thing. So good luck to you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Mr. Wager. Now, before we officially call the convention to order, will everyone direct your attention to the pamphlets placed in front of you? Please open your pamphlet to the middle page, or right page, and follow along as I read the delegate protocol. Delegate protocol. Only delegates are permitted on the convention floor. Delegates must wear their credentials with ribbon at all times. When roll call voting, the head delegate is the only delegate permitted to address the chairman, aka me. Delegates are not permitted to leave the table without permission of the convention chairman. When roll call voting, the head delegate of your table will tally the votes and report them to the chairman when called to do so. That's going to be changed up a little bit this year since we have the Microsoft voting, so we have that online voting system. When nominating a candidate off the floor for a class office, only juniors nominate other juniors, sophomores may nominate other sophomores, and freshmen may nominate other freshmen. This rule does not apply to ASB elected offices, as those offices are open to all. All comments from the delegation should be positive in manner and professional in speech. If a delegate breaks any of these rules, they will first be warned. Continuation of breaking the rules will result in the delegate being removed from the convention by security. You don't want that happening. Listen carefully to the candidates because they may be representing you next year. And then always, please be respectful and do things with class, of course. Are there any questions about delegate protocol before we continue? Perfect. Now, will you look on the right pamphlet where the parliamentary procedure is listed? Let's go over these items very quickly. To make a motion is a parliamentary proposal to put the decision-making process into action. When called for a motion, you should state the following. Mr. Chairman, I, your name, representing the table of your table name, and the class of your class year, move that the candidate's name be nominated for name of office. How to second a motion. Seconding a motion is defined as one agreeing to putting the procedure into action. To second a motion, you should state the following. I, your name, representing the table, your table, second that motion. This year, we ask that only the table heads speak from each table to avoid passing microphones amid concerns of student safety and COVID-19 sanitation protocols. Each table has been provided with a microphone, so if you want to nominate someone off the floor, we have Jenna Daniel and Holly Petrucci available to get a microphone to you, okay? Should a delegate want to make a motion or nominate a candidate off the floor, you will need to relay that information to the table head to communicate to the floor on your behalf. Are there any questions about parliamentary procedure? Awesome. And now let's turn our attention to roll call voting. Where there are more than 2 candidates presented, we will poll the delegates to place the top 2 names on the ballot. There will be a short caucus, which is defined as a discussion amongst delegates regarding a particular action, to poll the delegates at each table. The head delegate will then input the table's results through a digital form to report their table's roll call vote. As the nominating convention chair, I will then report out all the results submitted through the form to have each table head verbally confirm that the reported vote is accurate. So when I read out the votes, I will say, for example, table 11, are the votes corrected or read corrected? And then the table head will just give me a quick thumbs up, just so I know that everything's confirmed. While roll call is taking place, the head delegate of each table will say, Mr. Chairman. The delegates representing the table name, cast their vote in the following manner. The head delegate will then report out the number of votes for each candidate to constitute a roll call. This will be parallel to what's going to be happening in the Microsoft Forms. This procedure will continue until all head delegates have reported out their roll call. At the end of each roll call for each position, the top 2 candidates for that position will be placed on the ballot. The only exception is if a third candidate is within 5 or fewer votes of candidate with the highest number of votes. For example, if candidate A has 15 votes, candidate B has 13 votes, and candidate C has 10 votes, all 3 candidates will be included on the ballot. If candidate A has 15 votes, candidate B has 14 votes, and candidate C has 9 votes, candidate C will not be on the ballot. Are there any questions about roll call voting procedures? Please remember to speak slowly and clearly so that our ASB and Senate secretaries are able to document these proceedings in the official minutes of this year's nomination convention. The numbers will be displayed on screen for your head delegates' verification and for the video record as they're coming in. If you notice any irregularities, please report these immediately to your head table delegate, who will then notify me and the nomination delegation committee to resolve the matter as soon as possible. If possible, please turn your pamphlets to the back left page directly behind the parliamentary procedure. On this page, you should take note of each table name. Each table has been named after a Netflix original series. Will the head delegates at each table please take a moment to mark their attendance sheets and state the number of delegates present for the official record. So the numbers are going in the order. Number 1, the Umbrella Academy. 2, the Haunting of Bly Manor. 3, On My Block. 4, Big Mouth. 5, Trailer Park Boys. 6, Tiger King. 7, Black Mirror. 8, You. 9, Last Chance You. 10, Finding Ohana. 11, Afterlife. 12, Daredevil. 13, The Irishman. 14, 6 Underground. 15, Spencer Confidential. 16, Peaky Blinders. 17, Love is Blind. And last but not least, 18, Lock and Key. As each head delegate will collect and report the number of votes from their respective tables, I, Graham Rowland, will collect and report the votes from the candidates during our proceedings today. After the candidates for class presidential positions and ASB Senate officer positions complete their individual speeches, each one will be asked a question at random. This line of questioning excludes those that run off the floor. Are there any questions about that? Perfect. Lastly, I will now read an excerpt from the ASB Senate Constitution to clarify any confusion. Article 5, Section 3, Eligibility of Officers. The requirements for eligibility for officers of the Associated Student Body, Student Council Cabinet, the Student Senate Cabinet, and all class officers are as follows. A, members will have a 2.5 or above grade point average. B, ASB student council officers and class officers must be a member of the ASB class. C. Student senate officers must be a member of the student senate class. D. Members should not have any outstanding bills owed to VMHS. E. Members must not have a suspension in the semester prior to the election. Section 8, nominations of officers. Before the regular elections, a nominating convention will be held and run by the ASB Vice President to choose the 2 candidates to be placed on the ballot. The offices that will be selected will be ASB President, ASB Vice President, ASB Secretary, Speaker of Senate, Senate Parliamentarian, and Senate Secretary, and all other class officers, which include President, Vice President, and Secretary and Treasurer. If there is less than 2 or no candidates for any of the offices, a delegate may be nominated off the floor only if they have met the eligibility of officers, as I've read. In the event where there are 3 candidates, the nominating convention delegates will vote for their desired candidate. The 2 with the most votes will be put on the school ballot. Every candidate who appropriately fills out the forms must go to the nominating convention. If one fails to attend today's nominating convention, either virtually or in person, he or she will be taken off the ballot and will forfeit his or her chances of winning the petitioned office. In the event that the 3rd candidate is within 5 or fewer votes of the candidate with the highest votes received, that candidate will be included on the ballot along with the other 2 candidates. Are there any questions before we officially begin nominating officers for positions? Perfect. Let's begin the 2021 nominating convention, Netflix Originals, Your Movie, Your Story. Our first position is Class of 2024, Secretary/Treasurer. There are 2 candidates running for this position, so we will hear from both speeches, and there will be no roll call. The candidates are Mr. Evan Kim and Mr. Matthew Kalimlim. Mr. Evan Kim will now commence in giving his speech. Candidate Kim, please make your way to the podium.
Hi, my name is Evan Kim, and I hope to be your sophomore class secretary and treasurer. Being an officer really called to me because it'll give me an opportunity to have a positive impact at the school. And I can't really speak for everyone, but I feel that I'm the right candidate for this position because I can and I will go the extra mile to make the leadership team and the school more successful. Don't forget, vote for Kim. Wait, do I just start right now? Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Marietta. My name is Evan Kim, and I hope to be your sophomore class secretary and treasurer. My running team and myself hope to pull enough money to fund the expenses of the junior and senior class events for 2024's graduating class. Our high school experience started very differently than most, but we hope to give 2024's graduating class an even more memorable junior and senior year. I have always been a leader, not only in school, but in athletics as well. I have been playing football since I was the ripe age of 5 years old, give or take. My love for the sport has not ceased as I am a part of the freshman football team and hope to play higher levels here at VMHS. Playing football for these 10 years has taught me very important life skills that I'll apply to my position as secretary and treasurer. In order to be successful and meet our goal, I'll have the proper mindset, attitude, and the ability to work with others. These may sound like something that everyone would say, but these are truly the basic foundations to life. To have the proper mindset means facing life's challenges every day and taking them as opportunities to grow. We definitely have had many challenges our freshman year. And if you look at all the negatives, you'll find many things you feel were unfair or that's something that you lost out on. However, if you take a moment to really look at all that has happened during this pandemic, you may find a longer list of things that were positive. Now, let's look at attitude. We are always told attitude is everything. It does sound cliche, but there is so much truth in that. Attitude determines how your days will go. Let's take the simple task of waking up every morning. Wake up with a negative attitude, and you'll give yourself 3 more negative things that'll happen. On the flip side, waking up with a good attitude brings 3 more positives. For example, when I wake up with a good attitude, I'll be greeted with, "Good morning, honey. Here's some breakfast. Have a great day." That's my mom, by the way. Waking up with a bad attitude, and I'll be greeted with the reminder of how no one made me prince and how unappreciative I am of all the hard work my parents do for me and how I can make my own breakfast. You know, you get the idea. There's always good and bad to every situation. Like I said, if you choose to look at the bad, you'll for sure find a long list of negatives. But if you choose to look at the positives, you may be surprised to find a longer list. Last but not least, the ability to work with others. A lot of the time, we will work in groups that do not share the same ideas as ourselves. Learning how to move past these differences and still function as a team is vital to our success, not only our high school experience, but in life as well. We will be working very closely with ASB and all of you to put on school functions, fundraisers, and everything in between. The reality of the situation is we will all have opposing ideas at one point in time. The ability to move past these differences and come to an agreement that we can all be 100% devoted to is imperative to the success of our high school experience. Using these simple life skills can take a person very far. Martin Luther King gave us a simple task. He said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't run, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving forward. Class of 2024 and nomination convention attendees, let's make this our goal. Let's make our sophomore year great, our junior year better, and our senior year the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Candidate Kim. We will now hear from Mr. Matthew Kalimlim with his speech.
Hi, I'm Matthew Kalimlim, and if I am elected, I'll find creative ways to raise money for our school, and I'll make 2022 a great school year. So raise your voice and make a choice. Vote for me, Matthew C., for sophomore secretary treasurer. See ya. Actually, all growth is important. This ties in for why I am running. If I am given the opportunity to become secretary treasurer, I am going to use knowledge and experience to help me grow as a person. I will then use this growth to inspire the others around me. In conclusion, even if I do not win, this isn't going to be the last time you're going to see me. If I do not win today, I promise you guys that I will find other ways to make a difference at Vista. I wish the best of luck to my opponent, Evan Kim, and even if I have not met him, he's probably a great guy. I am Matthew Kalimlim, and thank you for listening to my speech.
Thank you, Candidate Kalimlim. The candidates for Class of 2024 Secretary and Treasurer are Evan Kim and Matthew Kalimlim. Please join me in congratulating these two on their nominations. Our next position is Class of 2024 Vice President. We only have one candidate running for this position, Miss Anna Pham. Once her speech is heard, we will open the floor to nominations. If there are no nominations off the floor, a motion to close the floor will be heard. Miss Anna Pham will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Pham, please make your way to the podium.
Hey guys, my name's Pham and I'm running for your sophomore class vice president along with my other teammates, class sec and class pres. Vote me, vote Pham because she's the man. Good afternoon, nomination convention attendees. My name's Anna Pham, and I'm this year's Class of 2024 Vice President. I'm sure that all of you are tired of the sappy talks of how this year was a devastating and a dividing time for all of us, though next year will be a crucial year for us incoming sophomores. Throughout this seemingly weird experience, I sat and witnessed my peers disconnect and distance themselves from what made up of our campus. My priorities if I were to be re-elected would be creating a stable revenue for our class account, restoring a healthy, welcoming environment for our students, and making for the lost high school experience, and creating a solid foundation for our junior and senior year. This includes plans for prom, class trips, senior sunset, and so forth. With previous experience as a class officer, my proposal is to learn from my mistakes and take past failures into future success. You may be wondering why my nom-com theme this year was Bling Empire. I analyzed the show Bling Empire to be a show that projected highly fortunate and prosperous Asian Americans into reality as normal people who overcame obstacles and drove through hardship, all while still upholding such title and serving what they represented. I, Anna Pham, will bring the same enthusiasm into rebuilding and growing the class of 2024 into the best it can be. At the end of the day, this position is meant to represent and serve the students, which I will make sure I will do to my fullest extent. Electing a leader like me to improve and bring new ideas, perspectives, and achievements into making our sophomore year successful. So re-elect Pham because she's the man.
Thank you so much, Candidate Pham. We will now be accepting nominations off the floor. To ensure we do not miss any nominations, we will begin with any nominations from our in-person tables. So if you do choose to accept your nomination off the floor, you will come up here to the podium, and we'll go one by one depending on how many people there are. You can say a little speech if you like, and then you can head back to your table. Are there any nominations from tables 1 through 11? Going once. Going twice. Now that we have accepted the nominations from our in-person tables, are there any nominations from our virtual attendees, tables 12 through 18? There were no nominations off the floor. We will now congratulate Miss Anna Pham on her nomination for Class of 2024 Class Secretary. Excuse me, Vice President. Thank you. Awesome. There it is. Our next position is Class of 2024 President. There are 2 candidates running for this position. So we will hear from both speeches and there will be no roll call. And we will also be given a random question to answer after their speeches. The candidates are Miss Ai Takashima and Miss Jade Ann Chua. After each candidate's speech is heard, the candidate will be asked a question. Before we hear from our first candidate, the current sophomore class president, Milan Arafa, will read the duties of the position. President Arafa, please make your way to the podium.
Can I lower it? Sorry. So the duties of sophomore class president include the following. You must be a member of the class you represent. You are to report on the activities of your class. You will coordinate fundraisers to prepare for prom 2023. Thank you and good luck to the candidates.
Thank you, Ms. Arafa. Ms. Ai Takashima will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Takashima, please make your way to the podium.
Hey Broncos, my name is Ai Takashima and I'm currently the freshman class president. I would love to continue this journey onto sophomore year being your sophomore class president. Remember, be flying, vote for I!
Hi Broncos, my name is Ai Takashima and I'm currently the freshman class president and it would be an honor to be your next sophomore class president. In this past year, I've come to understand the responsibilities of putting on fundraisers, hosting class meetings, and serving my class. My plan is to use what I have been fortunate to learn and implement them for next year. This will give the class of 24 a smooth transition, allowing us a steady and clear route as we continue to explore the road of uncertainty that we all call COVID. As sophomores, it is our duty to come and work together. I have come to recognize the importance of patience and good communication during a time where those two things were difficult to achieve. I am dedicated to putting in a lot of time and effort to see my class succeed. What I observed after listening to class meetings is that they work together as a team and not apart. My goal is to use that as an inspiration to bring the class of 24 closer together and accomplish more things as a team. I'm a huge believer in teamwork, and I believe if we can come together as a class, we can accomplish anything. Speaking of teamwork, it is important for us to look at the main picture, which is our end of the year activities and events that we'll be celebrating as we approach the last 3 years of high school. And in order to plan something that major, it will take a solid set of planners who can work and cooperate well with others, and in which this case is a class of 2024. I'm devoted to unifying our class by working together as we reach near to our last years. With this year being virtual, some freshmen may feel robbed of our first year in high school. My purpose is to try to pull the class out of the dark and into the light that we call unity, class, and school spirit. I want to also focus on what I want to stop focusing on what we lost and instead put our mindset on how we can come back and make our remaining years of high school the best that they can be. Before I close, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. Along with being an ASB, I'm also involved in AFJRTC, and I've been going to Japanese school the past 8 years every Saturdays, all while maintaining my grades with advanced classes, and I also have my black belt in martial arts, where I was constantly working hard to achieve my goal. This shows that I have discipline, good time management, and persistent dedication. Thank you for listening, and I hope you consider me as your sophomore class president candidate. And remember, be fly and vote for I.
Thank you, Ms. Takashima. You'll be now asked the question to respond to. So your question for today is, who inspires you and how have they affected your years in leadership?
Someone who's definitely inspired me is my sister. She, watching her work hard for her class and what she wants really motivated me on wanting to do better. And she's one of my biggest role models. I look up to her in everything, and I want to use her as a way to she shows me what's right and what's wrong, and I want to use that to make the class of 24 better and have the best year that we can possibly have. Thank you.
Oh. Do you want me to look for it?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, candidate Takashima. We will now hear from Ms. Jade Ann Chua. Candidate Chua, please make your way to the podium.
Hi Broncos, this is Jade Chua, and I'm running to be your sophomore class president. As a freshman this year, I know that our class hasn't really had the freshman experience. So if I do get the opportunity to be your class president, I hope to work alongside the other class officers to hold many fundraisers, host rallies, and bring in more unity within our class and other classes. I'm also running with Anna Pham and Evan Kim. Have a great day, and let's go Broncos.
Fellow students and nomination convention attendees. Hi, my name is Jade Ann Chua. I'm a freshman this year at Vista, and I'm hoping to be next year's sophomore class president. So, I guess many of you may be thinking right now, what really qualifies this girl to be class president? I mean, I've never seen her before in my life. Though yes, not too many people know me because of the current situation that we are held upon. But I believe that good leadership comes with experience and dedication. Through these past few years, I've been taking on opportunities and putting myself through different leadership positions to not only grow as a leader, but to connect more with my school. With this being said, some of the positions that I have had in the past and during the present day include being my middle school's band president, joining many clubs associated with Vista's JRTC program, being a web leader, and many more.
The most important thing that these leadership positions have taught me was that dedication is what has made me into the leader I am today. Dedication was what had driven me to take every opportunity that I could to make myself a better leader. These past leadership opportunities have helped me to become a more competent and knowledgeable president, as I have experienced firsthand what it takes to be a leader, to adapt to any situation that may occur, and to always hold myself responsible. With all things that I have said, just because I have had these past experiences does not mean in any way that I'm a perfect person or a perfect leader. I'm a human being who fails, but also has successes. My parents have always taught me that in this world, we all make mistakes, and that it's good that we make mistakes. Otherwise, how will we ever learn and have self-improvement? So I propose that I will always try to be the best that I could possibly be, making sure that I am committed to representing and serving my school and the students. Offering my time to work for and to listen to the concerns and requests of my fellow peers, so we may handle it in the best way possible. In addition to what I have already said, this past year has taught me a lot, but the thing that stood out to me the most is that not everything is for certain. Plans and events can be changed just like that. So I wish not to fill my speech with non-realistic and over-the-top promises, but instead, the goals that I have set for myself if I were to become next year's sophomore class president. These goals include preparing and having fundraisers to create a stable revenue for our class's activities, trying to accommodate for how our freshman year went by creating more ways to bring unity within our class and our school, creating a positive environment for our class to come back to, and listening to what our class wants to happen for the future. Overall, I understand that this job as class president would be to work, listen, and communicate with all of you, not the other way around. If I were to get voted into this class officer position, I'll be working hard alongside the other class officers and alongside all of you to make sure that things get done and make our sophomore year great. My dedication, my hard work, and my desire to make next year the best it can possibly be is why I'm asking for your votes. My name is Jade Chua, and I'm running to be sophomore class president. Thank you for your time, and let's go Broncos.
Thank you so much, Ms. Chua. As a presidential candidate, you will be asked a question to respond to. So your question today is going to be, why is failure important in the world of leadership?
Failure is important in the world of leadership because without failure, we wouldn't have any experiences of what can go wrong and what can go right, and how things can go right. If we don't have failure, we would never be able to have self-improvement, we would never be able to think outside of the box, and etc. So that is why I think failure is very important in the world of leadership.
Thank you so much. So the candidates for class of 2024 president are Ms. Ai Takashima and Ms. Jade Ann Chua. Please join me in congratulating these two on their nominations. So just so we're following parliament, guys, I can't say it. Parliamentary, there it is. I'm sorry, Latre. Thank you. Parliamentary, there it is. Parliamentary procedure. Can I have a motion to elect Miss Anna Pham as 2024 class vice president? So for anyone that's making a motion, you're just going to say I, for example, I, Graham Rowland, representing the table on my block, choose to elect Anna Pham as the 2024 class vice president. And then to second the motion, I, your name, representing the table, second that motion. So can I get a motion to nominate her? Please. Yeah, Thank you. Anna fam. Thank you. Do I have a second that motion? Reagan? Thank you so much. Congratulations, Anna fam. Thank you guys. I'm so sorry. Jeez. My talking today. Okay. All right. Welcome back to the podium.
Good to know. At this time, I would like to ask if we have a motion for the 10 or 5-minute recess. Do I have a motion for the 5-minute recess? Anyone? You could just raise your hand. Yeah, Chloe. Perfect. Can I get a second? Yeah.
I second that motion.
5-minute recess begins now.
Please find your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue just a moment.
Everybody. Good? Okay. I now call back to order the 2020 nomination convention at 1:53.
All right, welcome back. Apologies in advance for all the words I will be brutally butchering today. Alrighty, y'all ready? Here we go. Our next position for the class of 2023 is secretary/treasurer. We only have one candidate running for this position, Miss Samira Joshan. Once her speech is heard, we will open the floor to nominations. We will now hear from Mrs. Joshan in her speech. Candidate Joshan, please make your way to the podium.
Hey, my name is Samira Deshawn, and I'm running for your junior class secretary-treasurer. And I'm running because my goal is to make this year a fun and memorable year, not just for me, but for all of my peers. I'm a fit candidate for this position because I'm a team player, I'm organized, and I will always work with our best interests in mind. So vote Samira Deshawn for your junior class secretary-treasurer. Thanks, Broncos.
Hey. Okay. Hi, my name is Samira Deshawn, and I'm running for Junior Secretary Treasurer. I'm running because my goal is to make this year a fun year, not just for me, but for all of my peers. Being secretary would mean being organized and on top of recording notes and keeping us on track financially for our prom, and keeping all of our best interests in mind at all times to make our junior year fun and exciting. I'm qualified for this position because, for one, I'm in the top ensemble, Wind Ensemble 1, and act as a mentor to connect freshmen with the band program and music and the campus. I have worked with putting together events, executing ideas, and creating themes, as I'm also a small business owner, making and selling treats custom to customers' liking, which also comes in handy when it comes down to financial work, budgeting, and marketing. On top of that, I'm a team player who will advocate for my peers, I'm detail-oriented, and I'm organized. So don't forget to vote Samira Jashan as your junior class secretary-treasurer.
Thank you, candidate Joshan. We will now be accepting nominations off the floor. To ensure we don't miss any nominations, we will begin with nominations from our in-person tables. Are there any nominations from tables 1 through 11? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Now we will be accepting nominations from our virtual tables, which are tables 12 through 18. No nominations off the floor. Do I have a motion to elect Ms. Samira Joshan as Class of 2023 Secretary and Treasurer? Over here.
Mr. Chairman, I, McKenna Caparald, representing the table U in the Class of 2022, move that Samira Joshan being nominated for Junior Secretary.
Thank you. Do I have a second to that motion? Over here. Cole.
No, don't hold it. Sorry. I, Cole Walker, representing the table on my block, second that motion.
Thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? Please help me congratulate Ms. Samira Joshan on her election. All right. Do I have a motion to close the floor? Literally anyone. Over here. Thank you, Jigger.
I make a motion to close the floor.
Thank you so much. Can I have a second, please? Over here.
I second that motion.
Thank you so much. All in favor? Any opposed? Perfect. There it is. Awesome. So the class of 2023 Secretary and Treasurer is Miss Samira Joshan. Our next position is class of 2023 Vice President. We only have one candidate running for this position, Miss Ava Dittmar. Once her speech is heard, we will open the floor to nominations. If there are no nominations off the floor, a motion to close the floor will be heard. Miss Ava Dittmar will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Dittmar, please make your way to the podium.
Hi, my name is Ava Dittmar and I am running for your class of 2023 Vice President. I am super interested in being the Vice President of our class because I want to be able to create an amazing and a fun year for you. I would like to create a safe space by including everyone, and I also want to be able to reunite our class after a really hard and difficult year. I'm a great candidate because I have held many important leadership roles. I take initiative, I am self-motivated, and I am not scared of challenges. Don't forget to vote Ava D for your VP. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
I'm Ava Dittmar. How many of you have ever thought, will I ever use math in real life? The answer is, to be honest, I'm not completely sure how true that is. Sorry, math teachers. But I do know one math lesson that is true. 7 plus 3 equals 10, but so does 6 plus 4. Even though they are different equations, they still equate to the same number. In life, we are each our own different equations. We are each our own individual people, but we all equal the same sum. We all want the same thing, to have an amazing high school experience. Just like different numbers adding up to the same sum, we can celebrate our differences while still striving for the same goal. And I want to be the person who can unite us on that path to meeting our class goals. I'm Ava Dittmar, and I'm running for your class of 2023 Vice President. My goal is to create unity within our class by planning fun events and creating a safe space by including all of our peers. As your junior vice president, I will strive to represent each student in our class to make sure all of your voices are heard. Being heard in the 2021-2022 school year is going to mean more than ever after last year, which I like to call the year that shall not be named. I don't have to tell you about all the letdowns, things we missed out on, losses, stress, and frustration the pandemic closure has caused. We've lived it. To say it bluntly, 2020 was more than challenging and exhausting. Missing over a year of school life and activities was detrimental. We went from being the new freshmen at the school to being upperclassmen juniors next year with only 2 more years left. With that said, just because we missed out on a year of on-campus high school life, it doesn't mean that we can't finish our last 2 years in a great way. If you vote for me, Ava Dittmar, as your class of 2023 Vice President, I will be sure that our class gets to make up for the lost time. I will make events special by planning more elaborate ideas and publicizing our events to get more student participation. I will also take suggestions from all students so you can feel heard and so we can have more fun and increase participation. I will also brainstorm new possibilities for our class that we didn't have in the past to reunite and bond after a crazy and lonely year. I, Ava Dittmar, would be a great president for our junior year because I have the skills and experience to benefit you. From my past leadership roles, I have improved many skills. I am able to communicate, listen well, work easily with others, plan and coordinate events. And I have learned responsibility, time management, and other essential skills that it takes to lead our class effectively. I want everyone to feel welcomed and included so you can feel confident in your workspace, and most importantly, so that we can have a fun time, make up for lost time, and create new memories. Vote for me, Ava D, as your VP. I will not let you down, and I will create an amazing junior year for you. I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Candidate Dittmar. We will now be opening the floor for nominations. To ensure that we do not miss any nominations, we will begin with nominations from our in-person tables. 1 through 11. Do we have any nominations? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Now we will be accepting nominations from our virtual tables, 12 through 18. Are there any nominations? Awesome. Do I have a motion to elect Miss Ava Dittmar as Class of 2023 Vice President? And when you're speaking to the mic, please state your name and the table that you're from.
Mr. Chairman, I, Luke Files, representing the table Umbrella Academy and the Class of 2023, move that Ava Dittmar be nominated for Junior Class Vice President.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I, Riley Clark, representing the table on my block, second that motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Can I please have a motion to close the floor?
I, Madeline Johnson, representing the table U of the Class 2022, motion to close the floor.
Thank you. Can I have a second, please?
I, Brooke Hamilton, representing the table Trailer Park Boys, second that motion.
Thank you so much. Your Class of 2023 Vice President is Ava Dittmar. The next position is the Class of 2023 President. We only have one candidate running for this position, Miss Milana Rafa. Once her speech is heard, we will open the floor to nominations. If there are no nominations off the floor, a motion to close the floor will be heard. Before we hear from Miss Arafa, the current junior class president, President Kira Takashima, will read the duties of the position. President Takashima, please make your way to the podium.
Hey Broncos, my name is Ai Takashima and I'm currently the freshman class president. I would love to continue this journey onto sophomore year being your sophomore class president. Remember, be flying, vote for I!
Oh, hi everyone. The duties of the junior class president include the following. 1, you must be a member of the class you represent. 2, you must report on the activities of your class. 3, you must be the chairman of the 2022 prom along with the junior class vice president. Thank you and good luck to the candidates.
Thank you, President Takashima. Miss Milan Arafa will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Arafa, please make your way to the podium.
Hello, my name is Milana Rafa and I'm running for the junior class president. With my leadership skills and my passion for social justice, I believe that I can be a great voice for the class of 2023. Vote Milana Rafa for the class of 2023 president. And remember, I just want to be swimming in the sea. I just want to see you vote for me. Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Milana Rafa and I am running to be your next junior class president. As we come back from what felt like ground zero, what felt like being stuck at the letter A with the rest of the alphabet out of reach, I'm running because I want to be a voice, a representative that's mission is to purposefully kickstart the year for the class of 2023. A class president's job focuses on the organization and facilitation of activities/events for the enjoyment of their classmates whilst promoting inclusivity and unity within the class. As junior year looms around the corner, along with it comes prom. And as a candidate for junior class president, my focus would be to develop and execute the said prom. I am running for junior class president to ensure through diligence, teamwork, and close attention to detail that our class gets a prom that maximizes our each and every expectation. I am qualified to oversee the execution of prom as I have worked conscientiously as the class of 2023 president previous years, freshman and sophomore, during which years I have conducted meetings that require lots of crucial and fair decisions to be made, all to the benefit of the class of 2023. Being able to hold the position of class president these past 2 years showcased and honed my communication skills, public speaking, listening, and ability to make good judgment calls. Along with leadership, I participate in sports/activities on and off campus. Softball, water polo, avid, which demonstrate my passion, loyalty, and dedication to connect with my peers and gain an understanding of their needs and wants for the event we've all been waiting for, prom. The future junior class, the class of 2023, is filled with large swaths of human diversity. It's made up of athletes, leaders, artists, academically driven girls, boys, gender-neutral people, and it's filled with different races, different ethnicities, different languages that when brought together properly under one same goal will foster, without question, new heights of success, impact, and virtue. With all this in mind, I made an active decision to step up and be a voice, a candidate, and student leader that can and will be able to lead and be inclusive to our class and its different groups as we unite for a greater good. All in all, I'm a caring person who wants the best for those around me always. I'm a person with integrity, a person who constantly reaches out to my peers, and I am always prepared to lend a helping hand. I'm a quick learner, and it's very easy for me to adapt to various environments and situations. With all this being said, thank you for listening, and I hope you consider me as your junior class president. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Arafa. You'll be now asked your question for today. So your question is, what goals do you have for the campus community in the 2021-2022 school year?
Goals I have for our community in this upcoming school year would definitely just to be able to execute prom, just because obviously with 2020, lots of things happened, lots of things fell through, and the main goal would just to be able to secure a venue, secure a theme, and execute that with my amazing officers over there, if you guys let me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will now be accepting nominations off the floor. To ensure we do not miss any nominations, we will begin with the nominations from our in-person tables, which will be 1 through 11. Do we have any nominations? Going once. Going twice. Okay, we will be now accepting nominations from our virtual attendees. Tables 12 through 18, do we have any nominations? No nominations. Do I have a motion to elect Ms. Milan Arafa as Class of 2023 President?
Mr. Chairman, I, Fatima Sadat, representing the table U, the class of 2023, move that Milan Arafa nominated for junior class president.
Thank you. Do I have a second to that motion?
I, McKenna Caporal, representing you in the class of 22, second that motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Can I have a motion to close the floor?
I, Zachary Bader, motion to close the floor.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Hatchell, second that.
Can you speak in the mic again, just so we have your name?
I, Belle Hatchell, second that.
Thank you. So the floor is closed. Your class of 2023 president is Miss Milana Rafa. Arai, welcome back.
At this time, I would like to ask if we could motion for a 5-minute recess. Do I have a motion for a 5-minute recess?
I make a motion for a 5-minute recess.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Motion.
Oh, perfect. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion moved. Pew. Yeah. Oh. Kiana Bush and Genevieve Estrada. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, begin to take your seats. We're going to continue in just a moment.
Good? I now call back to order the 2021 nominating convention at 2:20.
Alrighty, welcome back. Thank you guys again for your patience today. You guys are doing great. We're moving along super fast compared to our previous years, which is a great thing. So keep it up, guys. Obviously, if you have any questions, just let any of our ASB members in the back, our seniors back there, let them know, and we'll help you out, okay? Alrighty, so let's get started. Our next position is for the class of 2022, Secretary/Treasurer. We only have one candidate running for this position, Tiffany Lee. Once her speech is heard, we will open the floor to nominations. If there are no nominations off the floor, a motion to close the floor will be heard. Miss Tiffany Lee will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Lee, please make your way to the podium.
Hi Broncos, my name is Tiffany Lee and I am running for Senior Class Secretary. So far, I have 2 years of experience underneath my belt and I would like to add another one. I promise to work closely with our class president and our class vice president so that we could work together and give you guys an amazing senior year. So please vote Tiffany Lee and join the family. See ya.
Hi Broncos, some of you may know me as the junior class secretary, while the rest of you may not. My name is Tiffany Lee and I am running for senior class secretary. I know that this year has thrown us all for a loop and trust me, I felt it. But I know one thing for sure is that our class is capable of preserving and creating the final wonderful year that we deserve. With my 2 years of experience as our class secretary, I have come to hold a great understanding as to what 22 wants. I believe that I am dedicated to our class and that if I were to be elected, I would work with the presidents of the senior class to give you guys the support and encouragement needed to make it through this year. It is also with my leadership capabilities that I will aid in ensuring that we get the senior year that we've been dreaming of ever since this pandemic started. It may take some work, but I believe that our class can do it. Once again, I promise to work with the president and the vice president of our class to ensure that we can achieve the best senior year possible. So please vote Tiffany Lee and join the family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Candidate Lee. We will now be accepting nominations off the floor. To ensure that we do not miss any nominations, we will begin with our in-person tables, and that's going to be 1 through 11. Are there any nominations off the floor?
Mr. Chairman, I, Natalie Schumann, representing the table Tigers King in the class of 2022, move that Hannah Garcia be nominated for Senior Class Secretary.
Hannah Garcia, where are you at? Oh, right here. Do you accept?
I accept.
Awesome. Please make your way up to the stage. Are there any more nominations? Oh, a second. My apologies. Can we have a second to that?
I second that motion.
Thank you. Genevieve seconded it. Are there any other nominations off the floor? Connor?
Mr. Chairman, I, Connor Hyde, representing the booth Stranger Things and the class of 2022, move that Tanner Ennis be nominated for senior class secretary.
Do I have a second to that?
I am Mikhail Malari, representing the table Stranger Things, second that motion.
Tanner, do you accept?
I decline.
It's okay, Tanner. I feel you. Are there any other nominations off the floor for in-person tables?
I, Madeline Johnson, representing the table U and the class of 2022, nominate McKenna Capernold for senior secretary class secretary. I can't speak. Yep.
Awesome. Is there a second to that motion? Back here, Andrea.
I, Andrea Nuno, representing the table The Crown and the class of 22, second that motion.
McKenna, do you accept?
I accept.
Awesome. Please make your way to the stage. Are there any other nominations off the floor? Over here. Riley.
Mr. Chairman, I, Riley Burklight, representing the
And you can
table
go,
Stranger
okay.
Things and the class of 2022, move that Greg Lawless be nominated for senior class secretary.
Is there a second to that motion?
I, Mikhail Malari, representing the table Stranger Things, second that motion.
Where's Greg at? Greg, do you accept?
I'll accept.
Ayy. Please make your way to the stage. Are there any other nominations off the floor for in-person? Going once. Over here. Oh, Milan. Oh, okay, cool.
I'm Samira Jashan. I'm from Mako Mermaids booth, and I nominate Zach Bader.
So, if you're not in the class of 2022, you cannot nominate other people. You have to be from the senior class of next year. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, I, Alyssa Weaver, from the table The Last Dance, nominate Zach Bader.
Is there a second to that motion? Cole? You're not from that class. I'm sorry.
I, Madeline Johnson, second that motion.
Zach, do you accept? It's all good. Any other nominations off the floor? Jazzy?
Mr. Chairman, I, Jazzy, representing the table The Haunting and the class of 2022, move that Cheyenne Moore be nominated for, senior secretary.
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion? Anaya, did you have your hand raised?
I, Trinity Garan, representing the table Black Mirror, second that motion.
Do you accept?
I accept, yeah.
Awesome. Make your way to the stage, please. Are there any more nominations off the floor from our in-person tables? Going once. Going twice. Okay. We're now going to be accepting nominations from our virtual tables, tables 12 through 18. Are there any nominations? No. Thank goodness. Okay. Ms. Cush, do we close the floor for nominations now? Cool. Can I have a motion to close the nomination floor? Right here.
I, Zachary Bader, motion to close the nomination floor.
Thank you. Can I have a second, please?
I, Reagan Senna from the table U, second that motion.
Thank you so much. All in favor? Any opposed? Perfect. Okay, so now we will be hearing from our nominated candidates. Just remember that only 2 can go on to the main school ballot. So only one of these people from the 4 will be going to the school-wide ballot. So we will be voting on that through the Microsoft Forum. So pay attention to your head delegate at your table once all speeches are heard, okay? Okay, we're going to start with Hannah Garcia.
Hello, my name is Hannah Garcia. I'm currently the Vice President for the class of 2022. I'm excited to be taking a different approach to leadership. Going from Vice President to Class Secretary seems exciting and new. I know 2020 has been tough on all of us, especially for those of us who are in class position this year, who maybe did not get to put in their full potential had we been in school in person. As your class secretary comes many duties. I promise to attend all meetings and to take class notes and record the minutes of each meetings to the best of my abilities. I will stand beside the president and vice president with decision making and will be an asset to our class as well as cabinet, senate, and ASB. I will also pay close attention to details surrounding our class and record all communication and provide clerical support to those in administration, staff, and other appointed members. I have excellent spelling, grammar, and typing skills needed to be the secretary. I have great organizational skills and communication skills, which will help me take exceptional minutes. I understand all the responsibilities that come with being class secretary, and I'm ready for a change. Let's make 2021 and 2022 school year better than the last, and we can do this together with a great team. Vote me, Hannah Garcia, for class secretary of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hannah. We will be now hearing from Miss McKenna Caperold.
Hello, everyone. I'm McKenna Caperold. You probably know me as the girl who was in band and stuff like that. I have a lot of experience when it comes to leadership. I am in Link Crew, getting mentorship from the amazing Miss Parsons. And then I have been in leadership at an outside program for adults. And I have taken a lot of leadership classes. I understand the responsibilities that come with being secretary/treasurer. And sorry, I'm not prepared for this at all. Was not expecting this. But I would love to be in communication with the president, vice president, to help bring everything that can happen for our senior year, because I'm pretty sure everyone else wants a senior year, like, obviously. But make it the best that it can possibly be for our prom, because we didn't get to experience our junior prom, so we have to make our senior prom the best it can possibly be. And as secretary, I will make sure that we have the funds for that. And I can't wait and hopefully work with both of our officers to help make that come true. Thank you.
Thank you, McKenna. We will now be hearing from Mr. Gregory Lawless.
Hi, my name is Greg Lawless, and thank you for nominating me off the floor, and let's hope for a great year for next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. We will now be hearing, lastly, from Cheyenne Moore.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheyenne Moore. This year was my first year in ASB, and even though it was my first year, I had a lot of leadership opportunities outside of school. I did drives, backpack drives, food drives, and more. And I think this would be a wonderful opportunity to help out the new senior class next year. And I think this would be a good fit for me. And I really hope that I can get the chance to help. So, yeah. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you so much of our nominated candidates off the floor. We will now have a roll call vote, and then one candidate will be placed on the ballot. So please turn your attention to your head delegates. They're going to be collecting your votes. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Head delegates, please make sure that you get all the votes of what your other delegates, who they want to vote for. And then obviously for my virtual students that are watching, the Zoom managers on there will tally the votes from there. And then if you have a problem accessing the Microsoft form, please let us know. Okay, talk amongst yourselves.
Just to clarify, Tiffany Lee submitted her petition ahead of time, so she is automatically on the ballot. With the other 4 candidates, we are voting for the one who will join Tiffany on the ballot. You should be looking in Bronco Life for the senior class secretary form. On the Zoom call, so we're going to extend breakout rooms for another couple of minutes to allow our virtual delegates to cast their votes. Thank you for your patience. candidate the crown, Brooke Nelson kissing. So what we'll do is go table 1, 2. It's the candidates. That's why we're getting more of
And then it's just it's the booths that are seniors next year, right? Is that the ones who are voting? Or is it, or can the booths vote for like
all delegates can vote, right?
yes. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I would just try and go table 1.
Yeah.
These are the votes we confirm. And then what you can do is once they confirm, I wonder if you can like just go over here and like type something so you know you've confirmed it. Like or just you can go in order
Yeah.
down. But just skip any of the ones that don't have a table number and then we'll add those up real quick.
Oh, the booth ones.
Or just call them and just call them out.
So I'll say
Candidate,
yeah, the crown booth.
yeah, we'll vote McKenna. Just read them out loud.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And then we'll do a quick tally.
I'll just go super slow.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Let's see. Enable editing. Yeah. Okay. Yep. There we go. Okay, so I will be reading off the votes from here. For my secretaries in the back, I'm going to try to go as slow as possible so you guys get the votes correctly. It's going to be out of order just from the tables that submitted it from first to last. So here we go. Okay, so reading from table 11 Afterlife, the votes are casted in the following manner, 3 members absent, 3 votes Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Table number 4, Big Mouth, cast the following votes: 0 absent, 5 votes Hannah, 0 McKenna, 1 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Table number 2, The Haunting of Bly Manor, cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 1 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 3 Greg, 3 Cheyenne. Table number 10, Finding Ohana, cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 3 votes Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, 2 Cheyenne. Table number 3, On My Block, cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 6 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, and sorry, I lost my spot. 0 Cheyenne. Table number 8, you cast the votes in the following manner: 1 absent, 1 Hannah, 4 votes McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Table number 9, Last Chance You, cast their votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 2 votes Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, 4 Cheyenne. Table number 6, Tiger King, cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 1 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 1 Greg, 1 Cheyenne. Table number 1, The Umbrella Academy, cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 1 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, and 4 Cheyenne. Candidate Booth the Crown cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 0 Hannah, 1 McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Candidate Booth Outer Banks cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 3 votes Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Gregory, and 0 Cheyenne. Candidate Booth Kissing Booth cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 0 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 1 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Candidate Booth Julie and the Phantoms cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 0 Hannah, 1 McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Kissing Booth, did you guys submit it like 3 different times? Was the one I read off correct? What was your votes? Okay, so Kissing Booth, we're going to redo that one. Cast the votes in the following manner: 3 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Thank you, guys. Candidate Booth Stranger Things cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 0 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 3 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Table number 5, Trailer Park Boys cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 2 Hannah, 3 McKenna, 0 Greg, there we go, and 1 Cheyenne. Candidate Booth Cobra Kai cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 0 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, 1 Cheyenne. Candidate Booth Bridgerton cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 1 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Table number 14, 6 Underground, cast the votes in the following manner: 1 absent, 2 Hannah, 1 McKenna, 1 Greg, and 1 Cheyenne. Table number 7, Black Mirror, cast the votes in the following manner: 1 absent, 0 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, and 5 Cheyenne. Table number 15, Spencer Confidential, cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 2 Hannah, 1 McKenna, 2 Greg, 1 Cheyenne. Table number 13, The Irishman, cast the votes in the following manner: 2 absent, 2 Hannah, 2 McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. Table number 16, Peaky Blinders, cast the votes in the following manner: 0 absent, 5 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 1 Greg, 0 Cheyenne. And last but not least, Table 18, Lock and Key, cast the votes in the following manner: 1 absent, 3 Hannah, 1 McKenna, 1 Greg, and 0 Cheyenne. And that's all the votes. Mrs. Cush, can you just give me a thumbs up when it's all updated?
We're still waiting on the votes from Love is Blind and Daredevil. Those are both virtual tables. 13 and 18. I'm sorry, 12 and 17.
Let me see. I see Daredevil. What was the other one? Love is Blind?
Correct.
Gotcha. I'm not seeing that one.
Daredevil was all absent.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we're just waiting on Love is Blind.
Yes, we're waiting on Love is Blind.
Perfect.
Graham,
Yes.
have we reported for Daredevil yet?
Yes. 5 absent, 0 Hannah, 0 McKenna, 0 Greg, 0 Cheyenne.
Do we have anything reported for Love is Blind?
My internet just crashed. Awesome. It's lit. Hey, this is hybrid NomCon for you guys.
I will check on my end on your behalf.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we have Love is Blind reports in the following manner. Three absent. Hannah Garcia, 3. McKenna, 0. Greg, 0. Cheyenne, 0.
All of the votes have been tallied. The 2 candidates for Class of 2022 Secretary and Treasurer are Tiffany Lee and Hannah Garcia. Please congratulate me on their nominations. Do I have a motion to close the floor?
I, Peyton Hensley, motion to close the floor.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I, Kiana Bush, second that motion.
Thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? Perfect. So we will be moving on to our next position, Class of 2022 Vice President. There we go. There are 2 candidates running for this position. So we will hear from both speeches and there will be no roll call. The candidates are Miss Nadine Arguelles and Mr. Gavin Jewell. Miss Nadine Arguelles will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Arguelles, please make your way to the podium.
Hi, my name is Nadine Arguelles, and I'm running to be your upcoming senior class vice president. I'm running because I believe that I'm the best person to make your senior year the best year possible. I have the flexibility, determination, and balance to work twice as hard as COVID does. Just say less, vote argue less. Thank you.
All right. Can you all hear me just fine? All right, cool. How are we? Okay. So, all right. So, for a quick introduction, my name is Nadine Arguelles, and I'm running to be your senior class vice president. And as I begin, I'd like to start with addressing the importance of this year's election. As we return to what was normal a year ago, or the closest thing that we can get to it at this point, we are guaranteed one thing and one thing only: an upcoming year of uncertainty. We are the upcoming class that must not only navigate this road, but forge a path through it. Not only must we shift our perspectives on what is normal and what is tradition, we must also begin to reinforce it. We have the opportunity to create events that are not only new, but fresh and entertaining. We have the opportunity to give seniors the year that is more than deserved. We have the opportunity to create new beginnings and strengthen the old, and merge old traditions with the new. And as your, supposedly, senior class officer, I would have the opportunity to bring a voice to the student body from all stances of life. I believe that I have the skills and the dedication to be a true leader in a time of unpredictability. Skills such as determination, willpower, organization, and most importantly, communication. I am more than committed to my community in class, as I am part of CSF, Philam, Yearbook, and Photography Club, which I currently serve as president. I am incredibly dedicated to my work and challenge myself to exceed with AP and dual classes, and I maintain straight A's while in them. I am far from a stranger to leadership positions, and I excel when allowed to lead. I will also work very closely with ASB, Senate, and each class officer to create a truly authentic senior year. As I close, I encourage you to vote for who you believe is best suited for the job, and I encourage you to consider me as your senior class vice president. I believe that I am a person that lets my work speak for me, and like Beth Harmon in The Queen's Gambit, Nadine Arguelles always makes the right move. So just say less and vote argue less. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate Arguelles. We will now hear from Mr. Gavin Jewell. Candidate Jewell, please make your way to the podium.
Good afternoon, Broncos. My name is Gavin Jewell, and I'm running for Senior Class Vice President because I want to show that I could be a good leader and role model for my fellow senior Broncos. And I believe I'm a good candidate for such a position because I have experience in both leadership positions and community service projects that I've completed throughout my life of being a Boy Scout. Thank you for your consideration and support.
Good afternoon, Broncos. My name is Gavin Jewell, and I am running for Senior Class Vice President. Some of you may ask why I am running for Senior Class Vice President. This is because, as Senior Class Vice President, I would want to implement more interactive and hands-on courses, programs, and open up more inclusive school events and fundraisers. I also want to show that I can be both a good leader and also a role model for the senior class of 2022. I believe that I'm a good candidate for this position because I have experience in both leadership and various community service projects and programs. I largely credit my leadership knowledge and experience in community service projects from my time being Boy Scouts, though throughout my life of being Boy Scout, I have held many leadership positions, and I've become Cadet of the Quarter within ROTC, within the whole unit, and I'm also honored to be here and be your voice as well. And so, vote for Gavin Jewell.
Thank you, candidate Jewell. The candidates for class of 2022 Vice President are Ms. Nadine Arguelles and Mr. Gavin Jewell. Please join me in congratulating these two on their nominations. The next position for the class of 2022 is President. There are two candidates running for this position, so we will hear from both speeches, and there will be no roll call. The candidates are Ms. Alyssa Weaver and Mr. Hunter Lindemeyer. After each candidate's speech is heard, the candidate will be asked a question. Before we hear from our first candidate, the current senior class president, Nathan Yang, is not here, so Mr. Brian Bonus will read off the duties of the senior class president.
Hello, hello. Nathan couldn't be here, so you're stuck with me. The duties of the senior class president include the following. He must be a member of the class to represent. He must also report to activities to your class. You will organize your senior class along with other officers and class officers. Thank you and good luck to the candidates.
Thank you so much, Brian. Alyssa Weaver will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Weaver, please make your way to the podium.
Hey Broncos, it's Alyssa Weaver and I'm running for your senior class president. I'm super excited to be running and I'm super determined to making this year our best year yet. After all, it is our last dance and your last chance to vote for Alyssa. Don't forget to vote Alyssa Weaver for your senior class president on Thursday. Hey guys, I'm Alyssa Weaver and I'm running for your senior class president. I've been an ASB and JRTC here at Vista for the past 3 years and I really feel that these programs have strengthened my leadership ability and helped me grow from and form new outside of the box ideas. I put my all into everything I do and I love being able to plan extravagant events and get everyone involved. In our class meetings for the class of 22, I propose various ideas not only for fundraisers but for effectively planning events and finding new ways to reach more of the people within our class. I want to let you know that you have a voice and I'll be implementing Google Forms to be sent out to the entire senior class so they'll have a say in the events my team and I plan, as well as find out what you, the people, want. I want to open and encourage you all to come to our class meetings and give your input. So from there we can divide into committees so that we can effectively plan more events at once and get the most out of our senior year, and effectively fundraise to provide us the funds to do big things for our last dance. Remember that this is our last dance, Broncos. Thank you for all the memories that I've acquired on my leadership journey, and hope you take this last chance to vote Alyssa Weaver as your senior class president. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Alyssa. As a presidential candidate, you will now be asked a question to respond to. So your question today is, how can we spread the qualities of a leader to our student body or our community?
I feel like we could spread the qualities of being a leader to our campus by being able to be the best example that we can be. Someone who's resilient, determined, someone who will never give up on you, that's me, would be an amazing leader and be able to lead our senior class and not only just show that to you guys, but implement it through everything that I do so that it'll rub off on everyone in our class, because I know you all have the potential to do amazing things. And us as a team working on this as our last dance, any event that we go through, I really feel like I can carry you and we'll be able to accomplish almost anything.
Thank you so much, Candidate Weaver. We will now hear from Mr. Hunter Lindemeyer. Candidate Lindemeyer, please make your way to the podium.
Hi, I'm Hunter Lindemeyer, and I'm running for your senior class president. Last year was weak, so I'd like to make this one stronger by aiming higher. Vote Lindemeyer for your senior class president.
Hello, my fellow Broncos. My name is Hunter Lindemeyer. I'm running for your senior class president. While I am the first to admit that overseeing a whole class is a difficult job, I am up for the task, and I will not let you guys down. I believe I have the qualifications for this job, as I have had a lot of leadership experience in my past while I am involved in football, BBC, Link Crew, and much more. Although I'm not involved in the ASB program here at Vista, I'm really running for you guys, some of who I've even known since elementary school. Sorry. I'm doing this to ensure we all have a great senior year. I think we can all agree that we missed out on a lot of great memories and events we could have had last year. And to ensure, sorry. So as senior class president, I'd want to bring those events back and get those memories that we've lost. So in our last year together, we can celebrate and cherish the moments we have before we all move on to the world. I know that was kind of a wordy speech, and if there's one thing to take away from it, is to aim higher and vote Lindemeyer for senior class president.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lindemeyer. So your question today is going to be, how have your past experiences qualified you for the position you are running for?
I feel as though the past experiences I've had have each helped me in different ways, but each one can help me bring us all together. With football, I've learned to work as a team, so with my fellow delegates and candidates, I'm going to be able to make those events better for all of us to cherish the last moments we have together. And with BBC, I'm going to be able to hype us all up, get us all rallied and spirited for our events so we can make our last year the best we can have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hunter. So the candidates for the class of 2022 president are Miss Alyssa Weaver and Mr. Hunter Lindemeyer. Please join me in congratulating them on their nominations today. Mr. Arai.
At this time, I would like to ask if we could motion for a 5-minute recess. Can I get a motion for a 5-minute recess? Anyone?
Oh, me? Yeah, I, Cole Walker, representing the table on my block, make the motion to approve a 5-minute recess.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
I, Peyton Hensley, second that.
Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion moved. Can everyone start making their way to their seats, please? Good? Yeah? All right, I now call back to order the 2021 nominating convention. Hold up, give me a second. 3:13.
Thank you, Roy. Welcome back once again, everybody. So after class positions, we now have our ASB elected positions. To start off, we have our ASB secretary position. We only have one candidate running for this position, Ms. Kennedy Bell. Once her speech is heard, we will open the floor to nominations. If there are no nominations off the floor, a motion to close the floor will be heard. Candidates will also be asked a question. Before we hear from our candidate, the current ASB secretary, Ms. Amber Hansen, will read the duties of the position. Secretary Hansen, please make your way to the podium.
The duties of ASB Secretary include: you must be a member of the senior class during term of office, and you will record the minutes of the ASB meetings. Thank you, and good luck to the candidates.
Thank you, Secretary Hansen. We will now hear from Ms. Kennedy Bell in her speech. Kennedy Bell, please make your way to the podium.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Bell, and I will be running for your 2021-2022 ASB Secretary. I feel that I have all the qualities needed in order to run for this position due to my previous leadership experience and my current leadership qualities. I believe that I have what it takes in order to make our campus great, and with your help, I can do that. So vote Kennedy for Secretary.
Hi everybody, my name is Kennedy Bell, and I am running to be your 2021-2022 ASB Secretary. I believe ASB Secretary is such an important job in the leadership program, and I know I can work my hardest to succeed. Ever since leadership became available to me, I have taken the opportunity to be involved in the class and do what I can for my school. I feel that throughout my past experiences, I have learned so much, and I have learned to understand the true meaning of a leader. A leader is not just somebody who takes control or is shined in the spotlight. A leader is somebody who has the intention of helping others and doing what is right in any situation. I think so many people think leadership is just about hanging posters or putting on the spirit gear. And don't get me wrong, you all know I'm all about my spirit gear. But we know there's so much more that happens in our program. So much responsibility, character, and action. I understand what we do, and I have been to many schools in my life, and I've never had the privilege of being in a leadership program as amazing as what we have at Vista. I have learned so much since my freshman year about what it takes to be a leader because of the amazing people I am surrounded by. I think you all have given so much to me by guiding me into becoming the leader I am today. All the staff and the students, and I would love to do what I can to give back to everybody by doing the same. I want to be your ASB secretary because I know I can do it. I am so dedicated to leadership, and I am almost at every event, meeting, etc. I always participate and I show up. Despite my crazy schedule with dance taking up most of my time, I never use it as an excuse. By applying to leadership, I made a commitment to my school, which I will not let down. My sophomore year, I was vice president, and I was able to experience having a position where people depended on me to make decisions and lead their class. Ever since my freshman year, I have wanted to be ASB secretary along with Brooke Nelson and Emma Blaylock as my vice president and president. Since we were freshmen, we have always worked well together and have wanted to be ASB cabinet our senior year. Now that the time is here, we are ready to be your cabinet and do our best to help you all adapt to the new normal as we come back to school. Coming back from everything with the pandemic, it will be hard for many people, and I want to help guide us leaders into making school something you are all excited to attend. As ASB secretary, I mainly have the duty of being organized and taking notes in every meeting, but I will do so much more than that. I will do what I can to continue to get kids involved and feel welcome. I want our campus and culture to be unified and cohesive next year. I am so grateful to have had this opportunity, and I hope I can be your ASB secretary for the 2021-2022 school year. Thank you for your time, and have a great day, Broncos.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Canada Bell. As an ASB cabinet candidate, you will be asked a question to respond to. So your question today is, what have you done to exercise your leadership skills throughout quarantine?
So throughout quarantine, I would say I've used my leadership skills in many different places. First, besides being in just the leadership class and showing up for events once we started doing them, I was also in dance, which I always end up using my leadership qualities because I can step up and take care of a class and lead kids in doing different warm-ups and different things like that when I have to step up if a teacher is not there. I feel like outside of school, in my day-to-day life, I always use my leadership qualities because I kind of just apply it to my daily life because I identify myself as a leader and I try to pursue my leadership qualities in everything that I do.
Thank you so much, Kennedy. We will now be accepting nominations off of the floor. To ensure we do not miss on any nominations, we will begin with the nominations from our in-person tables, 1 through 11. Are there any nominations off the floor? Over here, Alexis.
Mr. Chairman, I, Alexis Sanchez, representing the table finding Ohana in the class of 2022, move that Genevieve Estrada be nominated for ASB Class Secretary.
Do I have a second for that motion?
I, Kiana Bush, representing the table Afterlife, second that motion.
Genevieve, do you accept?
I accept.
Please make your way to the stage. Are there any other nominations off the floor? Going once. Twice. Okay, we will now be accepting nominations from our virtual tables, 12 through 18. Are there any nominations from our virtual tables? No nominations. So we'll now hear from Genevieve.
Hi guys, my name is Genevieve Estrada. I've been in leadership for 3 years and I'm currently one of the Club and Fund commissioners. Taking on this commission, I've learned many ways to include students on campus. If I take on the role as your ASB secretary, I would implement those skills to make students feel at home on campus. I also have gained the experience this year to work along with ASB cabinet during our formal business meetings for clubs and funds. This has helped me organize and stay familiarized myself with the parliamentary procedure. I believe that I would succeed in this position if I were given the opportunity to. Thank you.
There's no questions for nominations. Okay, so our two candidates for class of 2022 for ASB secretary, are Genevieve Estrada and Miss Kennedy Bell. Please congratulate them on their nominations. My tongue is tied today, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we will be moving on to our next ASB cabinet position, and that is going to be ASB Vice President. We have one candidate running for this position, and that is Miss Emma Blaylock. After we hear from her speech, we will open the floor for nominations. If there are no nominations off the floor, a motion to close the floor will be heard. ASB cabinet candidates will also be asked a question. But before we continue, as your current ASB Vice President, I will read the duties of the position. Number 1, they must be a senior during term of office with at least 1 year of ASB experience. Number 2, they will preside over ASB in the absence of the ASB president. Number 3, they will organize and plan all school elections and the nomination convention. We will now hear from Miss Emma Blaylock with her speech. Candidate Blaylock, please make your way to the podium.
Hi Broncos, my name is Emma Blaylock and I'm running for your ASB Vice President for the 2021 to 2022 school year. Having experience from 3 different leadership classes on campus has allowed me to gain insights as to what each program's strengths are and how we can use that to better our campus and culture. Next year, my goal is to make everyone feel at home after being gone for so long and to make create new memories that we'll carry with us even after we graduate. Thank you for your time, and vote Emma B. Repeat.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Emma Blaylock, and I'm running for your ASB Vice President for the 2021 to 2022 school year. I feel like it was yesterday that I was an incoming freshman, and one of the most memorable moments of my high school career was not making it into leadership. I was devastated, but when freshman elections came around, I ran for the class secretary-treasurer and campaigned my heart out. I remember the announcement saying I won the election and how I was practically in tears. I was so grateful that I could join the program and make a difference. Ever since that year, I had a new outlook on leadership. It was not something to be taken for granted, but rather a privilege that's earned. That year, I also knew I wanted to be right here, right now, campaigning for this position. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity. I'm also very lucky to be running for this position with my best friends, Brooke Nelson, Kennedy Bell. We have been there for each other since the beginning and have wanted this opportunity for so long. I couldn't have asked for better friends or people to run for cabinet with. After my first year of ASB, I was put into Senate. At first, I was nervous to be in a class with a different focus and new people. I've been used to working with the student body, but was now more focused on community outreach. In Senate, I was able to find my passion for helping those outside our community, just as I had previously found my love for putting on events for students on campus. Currently, this year, I am back in ASB as one of the commissioners of athletics, and I've also had the privilege of being in Renaissance. Having the experience from 3 different leadership groups on campus has allowed me to gain insights as to what each program's strengths are and how we can work together to better our campus and culture. I know this past year has been more than difficult on every individual in different ways, and not being here has really changed everyone. Leadership has played a big part in keeping me going. The people in that class aren't just my friends, they're my family. I know if I needed any one of them to help me, they would, and I would do the same for them. Personally, this year has made me realize how I took school for granted. I just wanted to get through each day, not appreciating my experiences. But now I realize how much I miss seeing my friends, going to dances, football games, and just being here. If I am elected your ASB president for the 2021 to 2022 school year, I will do everything in my power to make up for the moments we lost this past year. Us juniors are going to be seniors. The sophomores will now be upperclassmen. We have 2 classes new to this year. We missed out on a lot, but still have so much more to experience, and I just hope I can play a role in that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate Blaylock. Yeah. So as an ASB cabinet candidate, you will be asked a question to respond to. So your question for today is, due to the virtual year, our campus culture has dropped. How do you plan to elevate it when we return?
Personally, I just think we need more unity on campus, especially within our leadership programs. I believe that if we were able to get, I already know we have unity commissions, and we have 2 representatives from each leadership class, but if we were able to get 2 representatives from each class to meet every Monday before school, so that they would know what's going on for each program during the week, I feel like it'd bring a lot more unity to the classes so that we're able to support each other rather than stepping on each other's toes and not knowing who's planning what. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emma. We will now be accepting nominations off of the floor. To ensure that we do not miss any nominations, we will begin with our in-person tables 1 through 11. Are there any nominations off the floor? Jazzy?
Mr. Chairman, I, Jazzy Wagers, representing the table The Haunting in the class of 2022, move that Anaya Boateng be nominated for ASB Vice President.
Do I have a second to that motion?
I, Natalie Schumann, representing the table Tiger King, second that motion.
Anaya, do you accept?
I accept.
Awesome. Please make your way to the stage. Are there any other nominations off the floor for our in-person tables?
Mr. Chairman, I, Natalie Schumann, representing the table Tigers King in the class of 2022, move that Kiana Bush be nominated for Vice President of ASB.
Is there a second to that motion?
I, Greg Lawless, second that motion.
Do you accept, Kiana?
I decline.
Are there any other nominations off of the floor? Kiana?
Mr. Mr. Chairman, I, Kiana Bush, representing the table Afterlife in the class of 2022, move that Carly Murray be nominated for ASB Vice President.
Do I have a second to that motion?
I, Natalie Schumann, representing the table Tigers King, second that motion.
Come on, Carly. Do you accept?
I decline.
Are there any other nominations off of the floor? Going once. Going twice. Okay, we will now be accepting nominations from our virtual tables, 12 through 18. Are there any nominations?
I don't know who can hear. Oh, Mr. Chairman, I, Nathan from table Spencer Confidential, want to nominate Jazzy Wagers for Vice President.
Is there a second to that motion?
I, Tanner Annis, second that motion.
Jazzy, do you accept?
Fine.
She declines. Are there any other nominations from our virtual tables? No nominations. Can I have a motion to close the floor?
I, Kyan Noakes, representing the table Trailer Park Boys, motion to close the floor.
What was your name?
Kyan Noakes.
Thank you. Can I have a second, please?
I, Reagan Senna from the table U, second that motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, we will now hear from Miss Anaya Boateng.
Alright, hi guys, I'm Anaya. For those who don't know me, I'm currently a junior in ASB. I've been in ASB these past 3 years. I also did leadership in middle school. Also, this past year, I've actually joined Plus, which was one of the best decisions I've ever made, with the amazing teacher, Mr. Dowden. Plus is it's a group to unite student body and on campus and within class, and they're also a very diverse group, which I believe is very important. During these years, I've been in the activities commission where I planned all the activities at school, whether it's the games in the pep rally or lunch activities and spirit days. Being completely honest, I was not planning on running for this position today. A few months ago, many months ago, I was contemplating if I wanted to graduate early and begin my life in college or whatever I would do. But after further consideration and planning and a lot of thinking, that wasn't the best choice for me. I want to continue out my full year here, especially since this last year was virtual. And by doing that, I made the sacrifice just so I could run for vice president. I believe if I had to graduate and still do school and be vice president all in one semester, then I wasn't going to be able to fully devote my time for this position. I can promise you all that I will take this position very seriously and hopefully make this year a great one. So vote me for VP. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So our two candidates for ASV Vice President are Miss Emma Blaylock and Miss Anaya Boateng. Please help me congratulate them on their nominations today. Okay, so we're going on to our next position, which is ASB President. Our current president, Arai Villaseñor, will now come to the podium to read off the list of duties.
A little bit more, just waiting. Oh, perfect. The Associated Student Body President will be elected by the popular vote of the student body, must be a member of the senior class during their term of office, must be must have been a member of VMHS ASB and or VMHS Senate for the minimum of 2 years before applying for the office of president, and must have been a member of the VMHS ASB for the minimum of 1 year. Oh, the duties of ASB president are they will preside over the ASB class. You will appoint the treasurer of for your cabinet. You will prepare the agendas for ASB class. You'll be the official representative of the school and student body during campus and community functions. Thank you, and good luck to all candidates.
Thank you, President Villasenor. For ASB President, we have one candidate running for this position. That's Ms. Brooke Nelson. We will hear from her speech, and after we will open the floor for nominations. We will now hear from Ms. Nelson. So, Ms. Brooke, will you please make your way to the podium?
Hey Broncos, my name is Brooke Nelson. I'm running to be your next ASB president. This has been my dream since freshman year, and I believe that my years of leadership experience and diligence prepare me for this role. One of my main goals for next year is to bring back memories like these. Change. Oftentimes a scary thing for many, as it can mean uncertainty and unfamiliarity. But sometimes change can be beneficial, as it can create new ideas and new initiatives. Change is a constant in life, and every single person has had change affect them. Hello, I am Brooke Nelson, and I'm running to be your next ASB president. My most prominent experience with change was when I moved in the middle of 8th grade. Due to this move, I entered high school not knowing many people. Being in leadership since elementary school, I knew ASB was the best way to connect with others. This program has pushed me out of my comfort zone and has given me some of my best friends, including my running mates, Kennedy and Emma. Most importantly, ASB has given me a home on campus and has given me a place where I feel comfortable being myself. Many of you out there know this place, where this place is for you. This place on campus where you can feel heard and valued. Whether that be a leadership program, a sport, or the arts, there's a place for every single student to feel validated and like they matter at Vista. If elected, I will make it my mission to make everyone feel as though they have a place where they can have a voice and feel comfortable. Even if that place is not a program, it could still be a person, and I want to be that person for those who don't feel like they have anyone. I want to be your voice in order to give you the ability to create change at Vista. One of my main goals if elected ASB president is to promote unity and equity on campus. I want to give equal representation to all groups at Vista, as creating unity between all programs on campus will create an environment that promotes inclusivity and cohesiveness. I'm definitely one of those people that lives and breathes Vista. When we were able to have events at school, I was here almost every single day for hours on end, helping in any way that I possibly could. No matter what event, I was always here, the first here and the last to leave, making sure that every single task was completed. It is important to me that everything put on by this leadership program is done perfectly. My experience with various events gives me extensive knowledge in the ways that each event is run and what needs to be done to make each successful. This will aid me as ASB president, as I will be able to guide those in any group who may need help. My passion for this program has grown every single day since I was a freshman, and I want to spread that passion to the entire student body. I find it greatly important for people to be able to connect to Vista's campus, as connection helps to foster the school spirit that I love so much. I want everyone to feel excited to go to school every day, as excited as I am to go to school every day as a Vista student. Next year, if we fully return to campus, over half of the student population will have never been on campus or attended a single event at Vista. We have gone over a year without a dance, a rally, or typical in-person classes. This absence has caused people to lose their valuable time as a high schooler, resulting in many not having the chance to feel the spirit of Vista. If elected next year, I want to ensure that every single student feels the Bronco spirit again. I want to be the person that helps lead the campus back to what it was over a year ago. I want to put on some of the best events that this school has ever had. And finally, I want to spread my pride for the school to those who feel disconnected from Vista. It is important to me that those new to Vista's campus can experience events that are better than we have ever had before. And even if we are not able to have events in their traditional capacity, I want to be the one that adapts them so they can be done in a fun yet safe way. Thankfully, we're on the road to recovery, as we can see a light at the end of the tunnel. This light promises a return to what we know and love about Vista, and promises new beginnings for the entire student body. This light also promises our return back to making memories as Broncos. Due to changes in the past year, we now have the opportunity to become both better individuals and better Broncos. I hope that if elected, I will be able to help those who have never been on campus before feel excited to come to school every day and truly feel what it means to go to the most spirited high school in the nation. Thank you, and remember, vote Brooke Nelson for ASB president.
Alrighty, as an ASB candidate, you will be asked a question to respond to. So your question today, Brooke, is what is an area of our student body that you believe we need to work on in the upcoming school year, and why?
I believe that an area of our student body that we need to work on is unity. We have been disconnected from this campus in this past year, and we need to be able to come together as a campus again to achieve a common goal. Our common goal needs to be to promote school spirit again. It is extremely important for everyone on our school campus to feel excited to come to school every day, and I want to help make that happen for everyone. And I want to, just help everyone feel excited to go to school and to be a Vista student like how I feel every single day that I come here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Candidate Nelson. We will now be accepting nominations off the floor. Keep in mind the qualifications that Arai spoke about when he came up to the podium earlier. So we're going to start with our in-person tables, 1 through 11. Do we have any nominations off the floor?
Mr. Chairman, I, Anaya Boateng, representing the table of the Umbrella Academy in the class of 2022, move that Jazzy Wagers be nominated for ASB President.
Do I have a second to that motion?
Tanner Ennis, representing the table, The Haunting, second that motion.
Jazzy, do you accept?
Accept.
Awesome. Please make your way to the stage. Are there any other nominations on the floor, off the floor for our in-person tables? Going once, twice. Okay, we will now be accepting our nominations from our virtual tables, 12 through 18. Are there any nominations off the floor? No nominations off the floor. Okay, we will now hear from Miss Jazzy Wagers.
Hi everyone, I'm Jazzy Wagers. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a junior in ASB, and maybe you see me around as the school DJ. I've been in ASB at Vista Marietta since freshman year and plan on returning for my 4th and final year. I know that ASB president is a position in which has a very high expectation and responsibility, and I promise you guys that I'm a pretty solid fit. Some of you may recognize me from hosting the rallies of the 2019-2020 school year, which was my sophomore year. I was in the PEP commission and learned how to plan big rallies that brought all students together. I plan to use my skills and creativity from PEP and put it into the role of being an ASB president. I've been in leadership for quite some time now. I was in leadership for all 3 years of my middle school and now 3 years in high school. Leadership has always been my thing. I have always been fully committed and driven to every position I've held, and if elected ASB president, I promise to continue this motive. I will take this position very seriously. Not only do I want to make the school a better place, but I want every student to have fun this upcoming year. You can still catch me DJing at the football games and basketball games next year as well. Let's make next year one for the books. Thank you, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jazzy. Can I have a motion to please close the floor?
I, Reagan Senna, from the table, you make a motion to close the floor.
Thank you so much. Do I have a second?
I, McKenna Caparald, from the table U, representing class of 2022. Also, yes, I second that.
All in favor? Any opposed? So the two candidates for ASB president are Miss Brooke Nelson and Miss Jazzy Wagers. Please help me in congratulating them today on their nominations. All right, welcome back to the stage.
Hey everyone, can I get a motion to approve a 5-minute recess? Can I get a motion for a 5-minute recess?
I, Kiana Bush, motion to have a 5-minute recess.
Thank you, Kiana. Can I get a second?
I, Peyton Hensley, second that.
Thank you, Peyton. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion moved.
Hello, my lovely ASB and Senate Plus delegates. After we have one more position to go, afterwards, it would be fantastic if as many of you could stay and we clean this bad boy up in like 15 minutes. Can I get you guys to help me? You guys are awesome.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I'm just telling everybody to
Hey. Can everyone start making their way to their seats? Thank you.
It's time to make your way back to your tables. If you have a sporting event that you must attend, we understand. Please let your table head know.
Eight. Can someone from Black Mirror raise your hand? If you're, oh, there. I now call to order the 2021 nominating convention at, sorry, my phone died. Does anyone have time? 3:49, thank you.
Alrighty, you guys, we are on the last set of cabinet positions. This past year, ASB and Senate both voted Senate cabinet positions to be at the nomination convention. So this is, we're making history here. So this is our first time having our Senate cabinet at the nomination convention. So just bear with us. We're on our last 3 positions, and let's just get through this. Alrighty, so our next position is Senate Secretary. There are 3 candidates running for this position: Miss Riley Burklight, Miss Therese Lagrimas, and Miss Hannah Leverett. After all speeches have concluded, we will have a roll call vote. Before we hear from our candidates, the current Senate Secretary, Jackie Adigu, will read the duties of the position. Secretary Adigu, please make your way to the podium.
The Senate Secretary will be elected by the popular vote of the student body, must have been a member of the student leadership, ASB or Senate for a minimum of 1 year before term of office begins for the position of Secretary, must be a sitting member of the Student Senate prior to the term of office, must be a member of the senior class during term of office, will take minutes at every meeting to document and record all that is discussed. Thank you, and good luck to all the candidates.
Thank you so much, Miss Adigu. Miss Riley Burklight will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Burklight, please make your way to the podium.
Hey Broncos, my name is Riley Burklight, and I'm running for your Senate Secretary. I've been in cheer, Senate, and lacrosse since I was a freshman, so I have loads of experience, and I would be honored to be your secretary. So vote me to make next year the best year. Broncos, I know you've listened to a lot of speeches today, and you're going to listen to quite a few more, so I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet for you. My name is Riley Burklight, and I'm running to be Senate Secretary. I've been in Senate since freshman year, so I know how the class itself and all of our events are run, which gives me some valuable insight to help provide to my fellow senators. On top of that, I'm also a varsity cheerleader and lacrosse captain, so I always have a positive attitude, and I'm no stranger to leadership. Some of my strengths include great communication skills, compassion, and positivity, and I want to use these strengths to be someone that my fellow senators and the student body feel comfortable coming to for absolutely anything. I'm hoping to have the chance to expand my leadership role even further as secretary, so vote Riley, and thank you so much for listening.
All right, as a Senate cabinet member, you will be asked a question to respond to. So your question today is, due to our virtual year on campus, culture has dropped. How do you plan to elevate it when we return?
So first of all, when we get back, it's going to take a little bit to get everyone back in like the feel of everything. And since there's so many new people, I think it's really our job to set an example as upperclassmen for them to follow. You know, because do you remember when you were a freshman and you really didn't know what was going on until the upperclassmen showed you? So I think that if we give them a good example, then it'll get back pretty quick, and I think everyone will be excited to come back anyway, and really just excited to get back into everything, so, yeah.
Thank you so much, Candidate Burklight. We will now hear from Ms. Therese Lagrimas. Candidate Lagrimas, please make your way to the podium.
Hello, Broncos. My name is Therese Lagrimas, and I'm running to be your Senate Secretary for next year. I strive to create an inclusive and memorable environment that the community greatly deserves. And with my creative technical skills paired with my social compassionate nature, will I be able to get the job done. So, vote Therese Lagrimas for Senate Secretary.
Hello, Broncos. I hope all of you guys are doing amazing today. My name is Therese Lagrimas, and I am running to be your Senate Secretary for the upcoming school year. Now, you may know me as Therese, the girl from BNN who always seems to have a camera in their hand. Therese, the girl who strives for straight A's in her rigorous classes. The girl Therese, the girl from Philam who loves her culture, or perhaps the mom friend. But I hope through today, you'll see me as Therese, the girl who wants to make a difference. As we enter into next year, we enter a time of rebuilding, redefining, and reuniting after months of being apart. It is no surprise that as the 2021 to 2022 school year arrives, it will be our community that sets the new standards of Vista Marietta. A place full of spirit and togetherness, a place where we will uphold traditions like class and introduce it to the new, and a place where inclusivity and pride are felt within all programs to ensure our student body can create wonderful experiences. Throughout this year, I have been able to understand the Senate program as well as its relationship with ASB, in which I hope to aid in further connecting these sections together as a closer family. Being Senate Secretary will provide me the connections to expand my technical and artistic expertise to better the school for you. While it is challenging to create a truly integrated atmosphere, it is never impossible to turn a vision into reality. Even with all these unusual and unpredictable circumstances propelled at us, I strive to foster and better the culture we have with meticulous and thoughtful care. For example, I was blessed with the opportunity to further connect leadership activities like Scholar Bowl and Mr. Bronco with other essential and beloved programs like BNN and Audio Tech. My passion for school connectivity continues into helping various clubs collaborate, such as Philam and Photo Club for Rodeo Jive. With this, it is my goal that the type of integration will occur more at our school, where Link Crew, Band, BBC, Leadership, CTE+, ROTC, and other various programs are equally known and appreciated by the community. Our students and staff is what makes Vista so special, and I hope to facilitate an environment that is memorable and thriving. Above all, I want to help the people in the school share their stories through listening and action. As Julie and the Phantoms encapsulate, let me help you step into your greatness by voting Therese Lagrimas for Senate Secretary. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Therese. So your question today is going to be, what is an area of our student body that you believe we need to work on in the upcoming school year and why?
I think a part that our student body needs to work on regarding school culture and stuff is enthusiasm and unity. You know, after being away for like months and almost a year, we really need to bring back that spirit and togetherness we had before we left. And I plan to do this by aiding and connecting BNN to Senate and leadership to spotlight all these various programs we have in school and give them the freedom to express their ideals and what they do, their passions and all that. So yeah.
Thank you, candidate Lagrimas. We will now hear from Miss Hannah Leverett. Candidate Leverett, please make your way to the podium.
Hi Broncos, I'm Hannah and I'm running for Senate Secretary. After such a long year of chaos and curiosity, I'm dedicated to giving you guys a year full of memories that will last a lifetime. So vote Hannah for Secretary.
Hi Broncos, my name is Hannah Leverett and I'm running for your 2021-2022 Senate Secretary. Throughout the past 3 years here at Vista, I've had this feeling that I needed to put myself out there and make a difference on campus. Unfortunately, I disregarded this feeling my freshman year and completely isolated myself from any opportunities that were handed to me. It wasn't until halfway through my sophomore year I realized I can't hide behind this mask of routine and comfortability anymore. I worked slowly but surely on the things I needed to improve, and only a couple weeks later my English teacher pulls me aside and asks me if I'm in any leadership program. I then say no, and he told me he thinks I'd be such a good fit for ASB or Senate, and that I should go to NomCon. My first reaction was, what the heck does NomCon mean? But as I got more and more information, I decided I was going to listen to that feeling in my heart and go. As soon as I walked in those gym doors last year, I was overwhelmed with happiness. I knew I was in the right place and made the decision to submit my application for leadership. Not too long after, I got the congratulations email that I had made it into Senate. Ever since then, I have submerged myself into as many activities as possible on and off campus. I'm involved with multiple clubs here at Vista and have been blessed to be a part of their volleyball program my freshman and sophomore year. On top of that, I have also been a volunteer at Animal Friends of the Valley's Animal Shelter for almost a year. I am deeply committed to many things, and I want to make Senate Secretary one of them. I want this position not for the title, but to make an impact at this school. As Senate Secretary, I will listen to the feeling in my heart and wholeheartedly honor my commitment to the student body. Vote Hannah Leverett for Senate Secretary.
Thank you so much, Ms. Leverett. So your question for today is going to be, what have you done to exercise your leadership skills throughout quarantine?
I have exercised my leadership skills by hosting many activities such as book drives or worship teams that run virtually. I've also exercised leadership skills in involving myself into leadership this year and as much as I possibly could. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we will now begin our voting process. For all my candidates in the booths over here, direct your attention to Holly and Jenna. They're going to be coming around, and we're just going to tally up your guys' votes as one big number. And then for all of my tables, we're just going to do the same thing. So turn your attention to your table heads, excuse me, and then tally up the votes, discuss among yourselves, and then be sure to submit it on the Microsoft forum, okay? Yes.
Can you give me a thumbs up when you have 19 responses?
Okay. think we might have everybody. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we think we have all the votes in. If we don't, we will just edit that as we go along. So let's get started. Table 4, Big Mouth, casts the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 2 Riley, 3 Therese, 1 Hannah. Table number 8, You, cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 0 Riley, 4 Therese, 1 Hannah. Table number 5, Trailer Park Boys, cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 2 Riley, 1 Therese, 2 Hannah. Table number 14, 6 Underground, cast the votes in the following manner. 3 absent, 2 Riley, 1 Therese, and 0 Hannah. Table number 9, Last Chance You, cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 2 Riley, 3 Therese, 1 Hannah. Table number 6, Tiger King, cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 0 Riley, 5 Therese, 0 Hannah. Table number 1, the Umbrella Academy, cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 1 Riley, 3 Therese, and 0 Hannah. Table number 2, The Haunting of Bly Manor, cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 3 Riley, 0 Therese, and 4 Hannah. Table number 7, Black Mirror, cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 0 Riley, 4 Therese, 0 Hannah. Table number 3, On My Block, cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 4 Riley, 1 Therese, 0 Hannah. Table number 10, Finding Ohana, cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 2 Riley, 1 Therese, 2 Hannah. Table number 13, The Irishman, cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 1 Riley, 2 Therese, and 1 Hannah. Table number 11, Afterlife, cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 2 Riley, 0 Therese, 2 Hannah. Table number 18, Lock and Key, cast the votes in the following manner. 3 absent, 0 Riley, 1 Therese, and 2 Hannah. Table number 16, Peaky Blinders, cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 0 Riley, 6 Therese, 0 Hannah. Table number 12, Daredevil, cast the votes in the following manner. 4 absent, 1 Riley, 0 Therese, and 0 Hannah. Table number 14, Spencer Confidential, cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 2 Riley, 2 Therese, and 0 Hannah. Did we record all of the table numbers?
We are waiting on reporting for the candidates, and Love is Blind.
Let me refresh. There we go. Table 17, Love is Blind, cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 0 Riley, 3 Therese, and 1 Hannah. And then for all of my combined candidate voting, we have Riley, 3, Therese, 14, and Hannah, 7. That's all the votes. Is everything updated? Can I get a thumbs up? Awesome. Let me update that. Oh, red. Awesome. So our 2 candidates for Senate Secretary are Therese Lagrimas and Riley Burklight. Please help me in congratulating them on their nomination. Our next position is Senate Parliamentarian. There are 2 candidates running for this position, so we will hear from both speeches, and there will be no roll call. The Senate Parliamentarian candidates are Ms. Nicole Jacob and Mr. Connor Hyde. After their speeches, candidates will also be asked a question. Before we hear from our candidates, the current Senate Parliamentarian, Hallie Just, will read the duties of the position. Senator Just, please make your way to the stage.
Hi guys. So the Senate parliamentarian duties include, so you will be elected by the popular vote of the student body. You must have been a member of the student leadership, ASB, or Senate for a minimum of 2 years before your term of office begins for the position of parliamentarian. You must be a sitting member of the student senate prior to the term of office. You must be a member of the senior class during the term of office. And you will preside over the student senate meetings in the absence of the speaker. Thank you, and good luck to each of the candidates.
Thank you, Ms. Just. Ms. Nicole Jacob will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Jacob, please make your way to the podium.
That's pretty high.
Hi Broncos, I'm Nicole Jacob and I'm running to be your Senate parliamentarian. I've been a member of the Senate class for the past 3 years where I've gained a lot of great experience and I'm a member of the varsity volleyball team. I want to help rebuild the spirit of our campus and hope to make next year as amazing as possible. So take your pick and vote for Nick.
I remember opening my Vista Leadership Acceptance Letter in the front office of my middle school and being completely overjoyed when I read the words, "Congratulations, Nicole. You have been accepted into the leadership program in the Senate class." Determined to make a good first impression on my first day in P117 as a little freshie, I walked through the door with a smile on my face, trying to hide my nerves, only to realize that I had never felt more comfortable and loved in a classroom full of strangers. That's when I knew that leadership was the program for me, and Senate would change my life in the best of ways. Now, approaching my last year of high school, I'm excited to say this. Hi, I'm Nicole Jacob, and I'm running to be your Senate parliamentarian. Over the past 3 years in the Senate class, I've had the opportunity to plan some of the best events and build relationships with some of the most amazing leaders. Not having commissioned my freshman year, I focused my attention on soaking up information, working with my Ad Squad committee, and growing closer with the students in the program. At the end of the year, I was very grateful to have received the Most Inspirational Freshman Award, along with the Legacy Award, which was presented to me by the Senate parliamentarian at the time. I discovered my passion for leadership that year and was ecstatic when I was given the Mr. Bronco Commission for the upcoming one. Although we were never able to see the final result of the show, the memories I was left with made it all worth it, and I wouldn't trade my experiences for the world. This year, I was given the opportunity to be head of our service committee, as well as a commissioner for MORP. Being able to create and strengthen bonds with members of our community is an experience that I will never forget. It is a beautiful sight to see people come together even through the most uncertain of times. As we all know, this past year has been one that no one could have ever seen coming. But together as a program, we were able to adapt to our circumstances and strive to achieve our goals. This wind is bugging me. Moving into next year, I hope to help rebuild the spirit of our campus, as well as maintain our connection and involvement with the community. I feel that it is especially important to prioritize unity within the leadership program and among our fellow Broncos. On campus, I want to help make this a place where students feel loved and welcomed, a place where they can express themselves and voice their opinions and ideas. With ASB, I want to work alongside you and support you in every way that I can. I admire the leaders that you are and your dedication to creating an uplifting school environment. Even though we stand in 2 different classes, I hope to be someone you can turn to and work with to strive towards our goals. In the Senate class, I want to strengthen the family atmosphere and help grow the program into what I know that it can be. I will work diligently alongside our speaker and provide for not only our class, but for our community as well. I will do my absolute best to serve our leaders and be someone people can confide in and trust. I think I can speak on behalf of many of us ASB Senate members when I say that P117 will always be deeply cherished with our hearts. A place where we've seen some great highs, but have experienced some lows as well. A place where we have laughed together through some of the craziest spotlight memories. A place where we have stayed way past our bedtimes just to finish one last poster. A place where we have shed some real tears, saying goodbye to our favorite seniors through Final Starfish. Just like you, I see this program as a safe haven, where my ideas are not just respected, but valued. The people I've met through this program are insane, and I truly mean that in the bestest of ways. You all continue to seize even my most wildest of expectations of what an incredible leader should look like. So thank you for inspiring me and being the sweetest of cheerleaders throughout these past 3 years. No matter what this next year may look like, I promise to always be cheering for you, just as you have for me. So to my fellow ASB Senate members, my future classmates, and my advisors, if there's one thing I want you to know, it is this. This program has provided me with more than I could have ever asked, and I will always be indebted to it. So I hope to be someone who can help create even a fraction of the memories I have and gain friends that will last a lifetime. Because believe me, 4 years really do fly by, and you deserve to gain the most from your experience. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share just a piece of my heart with you today.
Thank you so much, Nicole. As a Senate cabinet candidate, you will be asked a question to respond to. So your question for today is, how have your past experiences qualified you for the position you are running for?
My past experiences have qualified me for running for Senate Parliamentarian, as I have been involved with the program for the past 3 years, and I've been like heads of committees and stuff, which I don't want to ramble about like everything that I've done, but I think my love for the program is going to show, and I'm very passionate for everyone and everything that we've done, and I want to help rebuild spirit and maintain unity within the ASB and Senate class. So thank you.
Thank you, candidate Jacob. Mr. Connor Hyde will now commence in giving his speech. Candidate Hyde, please make your way to the podium.
Hey, what's up, Broncos? My name's Connor Hyde, and I'm running for the Parliamentarian of Senate. I'm highly qualified and super motivated, and want to make next year the best year possible. I'd appreciate your support. Thank you, and have a great day. Good afternoon, delegates. My name is Connor Hyde, and I'm running for the Parliamentarian of Senate. For those of you who don't know, this is the first time in the history of the school, Senate has brought its elections to non-com. Why would we do that, you may be asking? To allow us, the students of the school, to elect leaders, to provide a more equitable and inclusive approach to our campus. If I am elected to the position of parliamentarian, I will do everything in my power to bring the voices of the people to the table, to make sure that everyone is heard and respected. If I'm elected, I will work to make not only our school, but the greater Murrieta community somewhere you're excited to go to school and somewhere you are excited to live. Thank you for listening, and remember, it'd be an honor if you vote for Connor.
Thank you so much, Connor, for the confetti party. As a Senate cabinet candidate, you will now be asked a question to respond to. So your question is, who is a leader that inspires you, and what qualities have you taken from them and applied to your own life?
A leader that I've always looked to is my grandfather. I was really close with him before he passed. And, he always taught me to work harder and just keep going no matter what the struggle may be. And so that's just always something I've looked to. And, I've always thought to myself, I can do better, I can work harder, and, just keep going.
Thank you so much, Connor. So the candidates for Senate Parliamentarian are Miss Nicole Jacob and Mr. Connor Hyde. Please join me in congratulating these two on their nominations today. All right, we're on our last position, you guys. Almost there. Our final position of the 2021 nominating convention is the Speaker of Senate. There are 4 candidates running for this position. Miss Mackie Bautista, Miss Andrea Nuno, Mr. Mikhail Malari, and Miss Taylor Tomlinson. After all speeches have concluded, we will have a roll call vote. Before we hear from our candidates, the current Speaker of Senate, Emily Westphal, will read the duties of the position. Speaker Westphal, please make your way to the podium.
Hey guys, the Speaker of Senate will be appointed by the popular vote of the student body, must have been a member of student leadership, ASB, or Senate for a minimum of 2 years before the term of office begins for the position of Speaker. Must be a sitting member on the Student Senate prior to term of office, must be a member of the senior class during term of office, will preside and help prepare agendas in conjunction with the ASB advisor for all meetings of Student Senate. Thank you and good luck to all the candidates. Love you guys.
Thank you, Emily. Miss Mackie Bautista will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Bautista, please make your way to the podium.
Hi everyone, my name is Michaela Bautista. Well, that's what my birth certificate says, but you can call me Mackie. I'm running for your Speaker of Senate this upcoming school year in hopes of further promoting inclusivity and compassion for our community. As Speaker, I promise I will work 110% to make sure my peers of all communities are heard and our visions are fulfilled to the greatest extent. Have a great day, Broncos! Hi everyone! So as you can see, I tried making a little booth because I cannot be with you right now. But my name is Mackie Bautista and I'm running for your 2021-2022 Speaker of Senate this upcoming school year. While the current situation isn't what I envisioned, a teacher once told me, let your circumstance determine your outcome. Shout out to Mr. Murray, wherever you are. Of course, there's no telling how today will work out because it is truly within your hands of who you believe represent your beliefs best. And I understand, you have all been sitting and listening and speak, but today I ask for your undivided attention. I will do my best to not make you go bonkers. That being said, I'm here today for 3 reasons. First being my passion to listen from people within our society. From a young age, I have been taught to listen before I speak. And as ironic as it is that I run for the position of Speaker, I believe it is fundamental to understand those around me to make a difference in our community. I will grant an open heart to understand and seek for a ground that will allow me to offer any support you need. If you need a shoulder to cry on, a person to rant to, or a Snickers bar to munch on, I make it a goal to be there. Well, maybe not the Snickers bar. I'm not made out of it. As Speaker, I will take on this role into your concerns and represent our community in a caring yet strong manner as we envision. Whether it is serving in the children's ministry at my church, planning festivals for families to attend during the fall and springtime, or offering my expertise in youth sports, I have grown a deeper understanding for the people of our community. It is because of these moments that I have found a place where I can pursue the things I love. And you may not know it yet, but I promise to each and every one of you, you have a place. You have a place to bring both your strengths and weaknesses and allow for both bodies to beautifully coexist and impact our community. How beautiful is that? This is my second reason, to emphasize the role that each and every one of us have things we can contribute to society. While I, as Speaker, will strive to listen, I will also strive to chase after the things that you and I want as a community. I will push to pursue the things that we are most passionate about, normalizing mental health, encouraging diversity, and discussing critical topics. Gold honor roll and trained to do well on the JV basketball team. And you might question, how is it possible to fall short of such a vision when I was involved? Well, to be quite frank, I never expected to feel out of place. There was a time freshman year I reached a point where maybe high school wasn't what I thought it was, and maybe the involvement wasn't all that worth it. So I thought about dropping leadership until one day, Kiana Garcia, a previous Speaker of Senate, took me in. She welcomed me into Senate even when I felt undeserving to be a student leader. There was truly a love in Senate I had never experienced before. the heartwarming energy, the team-like environment, and the passion to help the community. It's a goal of mine to guide and pave the way for future generations to grow. I like to connect our students to the community and strengthen our generation so that we may rebuild compassion amongst others. I don't like to divide, but I like to unite. I don't like to stand, but I like to stride. I like to being a friend, a support, and a voice for those who may feel hindered and lonely and weak. Most importantly, I like to love. Just to check in, can you guys still hear me? I'm not sure if they can hear me, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's all right. To conclude, as speaker, while I cannot promise to be the smartest or most eloquent, I can promise my heart and soul, not just for the program, but the community beyond it. And I believe that will go all the while to lead our future into what we truly envision. Thank you, and vote Mackie Bautista for your Speaker of Senate this 2021-2022 school year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mackie. So if you can hear me okay, your question for today is going to be, why is failure important in the world of leadership?
So, granted, I have definitely been through a lot of mistakes and lessons in my life. I've definitely taken these experiences of failure to not hinder me, but I've taken them to just grow me as a leader and a person overall. I think failure contributing into my experience has allowed me to share my experience to others so that they can grow as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate Bautista. Ms. Andrea Nuno will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Nuno, please make your way to the podium.
Hey there, I'm Andrea Nuno, and I'm running to be your next Speaker of the Senate. Leadership is my passion, and Senate is my love, and I hope to use my ambition, experience, and love for community service to lead the Senate class next year. Just as Princess Diana was the people's princess, I hope to be the people's speaker. Thank you, and happy Good afternoon, Broncos. My name is Andrea Nuno, and today I stand before all of you distinguished delegates with the ambition of becoming your next Speaker of the Senate. Unlike Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars who claimed to be the Senate, I humbly ask that I may lead it. There is no statement that can truly encompass the admiration and dedication that I feel for the Senate, nor how honored I feel to be able to stand here before all of you today. And more importantly, the pride that comes with serving our campus and our city. While I don't want to bore you all with qualifications and experience that would best be expressed in my resume rather than this speech, I will mention that this is my third consecutive year in Senate, as well as 8th in leadership overall. In the past years, I have witnessed the hard work my peers have dedicated to our community. That is why I find it more important to talk about what the Senate is and why it matters to you. The Senate has a proud history of community service and outreach. We organize events that show our teachers we care, such as with our staff candlelight dinner. We reach out to elders in our community with the Senior Citizens Ball and the Golden Bronco section at Friday Night Lights. And we even organize vital functions for our community by hosting blood drives and food drives. As last year taught us, even the smallest actions can have the biggest impacts. Community service is essential in the Student Senate and is a principle that should be more prevalent on campus. Never have the principles of unity, community, and service proven themselves to be more important than in the past year. Building upon this history and creating a new legacy for the next class of Broncos is my objective. In the 2018-2019 school year, Malia Webster, the sitting speaker, awarded me a legacy as a driven leader, something I deeply appreciated and something I will strive to do for the next generations of Broncos. But moreover, I want to inspire Bronco leaders to take action. One of my primary goals revolves around the idea of equality on campus. To achieve equality on campus, we must first start with equality among the governing body. ASB and Senate are both remarkable leadership programs, and neither deserves to be overshadowed by the other. It is important for ASB and Senate, as well as other Vista Marietta leadership groups, to have equal presence on campus, not for the purpose of recognition, but rather for the purpose of ensuring that the student body is always well informed. The student body cannot properly take advantage of the hard work and dedication leadership puts towards events and resources if they do not know where these resources and events come from. And what are leadership groups here for, if not to help the students? As speaker, I will actively mobilize efforts to improve communication between the governing body and the general student body to ensure that there is no confusion concerning the purpose and work of student leadership. ASB, Senate, and beyond are all here to help the student body, but also to help the greater Marietta community. In the end, my ultimate objective is to make 2021-2022 a great school year, guided by principles of unity, community, and service. Ask anyone, and they'll tell you I pour my heart and soul into everything I do, and being speaker would be no exception. Taking inspiration from Princess Diana one more time, I'd like to end this speech with a quote. In 1995, Princess Diana said, quote, "I'd like to be the queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts," end quote. I mean it genuinely when I say I'd like to be the speaker of your hearts. So I ask of you, please vote me and help me pursue my ambitions, and I'll help you pursue yours. Thank you.
Stand for the question, okay? Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Nuno. So as a Senate cabinet candidate, you will be asked a question to respond to. So your question today is, what have you done to exercise your leadership skills throughout quarantine?
That's a great question. To me, leadership is a principle that's always in action. Pandemic or not, it's something that I've always tried to continually practice. My recent endeavors include being commissioner of Scholar Bowl, where with my two other commissioners, I helped produce a virtual Scholar Bowl for the campus to enjoy. And I also threw my hat in the ring for the Castle State Board. And overall, I just think leadership has been a concept that I've worked on my whole life, and it's something I will always continue to work on. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate Nuno. Next, Mr. Mikhail Malari will now commence in giving a speech. Candidate Malari, please make your way to the podium.
Hey guys, my name is Mikhail Malari and I am running to be your Speaker of Senate. My leadership experience and my social nature make me the best candidate. I want to make a difference in both the school and the community, and I want to lead the difference. Don't fail. Vote Mikhail for Speaker of Senate. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mikhail Malari, and I am running to be your Speaker of Senate for next year. I know you're wondering, why vote me? Picture a leader, a good leader, and what do you see? I see a person with initiative, a person with a vision, smart, kind, and thoughtful, a true team player, a talker, and a listener, considerate for those he leads. Now that's a leader, a true leader, and I fit all those qualities. And I have the proof to back me up. I'm experienced. I've been in several leadership positions all of high school while maintaining a 4.7 GPA this year. I'm currently a Scholar Bowl commissioner, working hard to keep Scholar Bowl alive. I've served as class president and won a class award. As JRTC's main public speaker, I spoke in front of thousands at the last 9/11 ceremony as MC, and emceed and planned entertainment for the JRTC Military Ball at Pechanga. And that's not all. I'm a tutor for NHS and a member of CSF. I'm also a link crew leader, passionate to make a difference. Big or small, freshman or not, because truth be told, all people should feel comfortable and all should be respected. This is my core belief, and it's seen in every aspect of my life. I have volunteered over 100 hours at a thrift store just for the joy of helping others, and I'm always willing to give a helping hand. I know my purpose is to help other people. Senate is what brought me to my purpose. I was a depressed kid growing up, plagued with past memories of physical bullying, a stutter, and mental scars. I ate my pain away. I wanted to end it all because I felt nothing ever went my way. And that's all I ever thought about. It wasn't until I got help from my counselor that I realized I had a purpose. She told me to pursue what I wanted, to pursue what I loved, and she referred me to leadership. This moment turned me into the person I am. Senate brought me to the light. Help me fulfill my purpose while I help lead each and every one of you to success. Let me give back to the program that turned me into the person I am. Let me guide our program into unity and bring ASB and Senate closer together. Let's bounce back from quarantine and help the community more than ever before. I believe in us. Together, we can make a difference, and I can lead us to it. Don't fail. Vote Mikhail for Speaker of Senate. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you so much, Mikhail. As Senate Cabinet candidate, you'll be asked a question and you will respond. So your question today is, what goals do you have for the campus community in the 2021 to 2022 school year?
Just to reiterate, the question was, what goals do I have for next year? For the 2021-22 school year, right? Okay, so I have a few goals in mind when it comes to becoming speaker. One thing is I want to make sure that we're as connected and unified as possible. I know this year's been a tough one with the pandemic, with whatever is going on in your life. For all of us, it's been tough, especially for me. But something I want to make sure is that everyone on this campus feels like they have somebody. I want everyone to feel like they belong. And that's one of the reasons I became a link leader. But I also want to bring that into my job as being speaker, if you let me. Another goal I want to do is make sure that we help the community more than ever before, as I said in my speech. Senate is all about community outreach, and it's incredibly important that we help the community as much as possible, especially during this time when they need us most. We're in a pandemic, we're in a crisis, and we can do a lot to help our community. Those two things are the biggest goals I want to achieve as speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mikhail. We will now be going into our very last candidate, Miss Taylor Tomlinson. Will now commence in giving her speech. Candidate Tomlinson, please make your way to the podium.
Hey Broncos, my name's Taylor and I'm running for the position of Speaker of Senate. The last 5 years I've been involved in leadership, 3 of which have included being involved in the Senate program, and with last year being different than anything any of us have ever experienced before, I want to give each and every one of you the opportunity to create memories no matter what next school year looks like. So vote for Tay and together we'll pave the way.
Hello everyone. 3 years ago I received a letter. In this letter I would find an acceptance to a leadership program called Senate. Now my 8th grade self asked the same question that I'm sure some of you may be wondering. What even is Senate? After getting this acceptance, I learned that this program was laid on a foundation of community service. What I didn't know was that this letter was not only the beginning to finding a second family, but discovering my purpose. But before I get too ahead, let me take a second to introduce myself. My name is Taylor Tomlinson, and today I am here to run for the position of Speaker of Senate. A quote I want to share with you all that resonates with me is, as I look back on my life, I realized that every time I thought I was being rejected from something good, I was actually being redirected to something better. So now, I have a confession to tell all of you. I didn't originally want to be in Senate, and I had actually wanted to be in ASB my incoming freshman year. However, as soon as I got a glimpse of what the Senate was actually like, I learned to not only accept where I was, but I began to embrace it, and realized that this was the perfect place for me. One thing I've come to adore about this program is the warmth I get by being around these people. The people I've met in Senate have been one of the most welcoming, kind, and outgoing groups I have ever been a part of. Not only is this such an important thing to me, but everyone else in the class, that we uphold and maintain this family environment for the current year and the future ones as well. With the online learning aspect of school, it has been more difficult to withhold these traditions and the family atmosphere that Senate once had. This being one of my top priorities to bring back no matter what challenges we may face in the next school year. With last year being cut short as one of the Mr. Bronco commissioners, we weren't able to see the show in its entirety. However, given the opportunity to be a commissioner for a second year in a row, it was crucial to put on a show regardless of the circumstances we were in hopes that this event would give the student body in the class of 2021 an event to look forward to. Not only that, but giving the opportunity for memories to be created in the process. What a lot of us don't realize is that we only have 4 years of high school, which will all go by in the blink of an eye. I want to be able to give each and every one of you an opportunity to fulfill those memories and find even a fraction of happiness in these uncertain times. Not being on campus for a year has sparked a realization within me, and it's the importance of getting involved. I know, from the day you became a Bronco, all you have heard is to get involved. And yes, it can get repetitive after a while, but it is something I still find so important to this day. Because while you can get involved with as many things as you want, such as leadership, athletics, or even a club, at the end of the day, you really only need that one place that feels like a second home. Senate is my second home, the place where I found my passion and discovered my purpose. With being involved in Senate, Link Crew, and basketball, I have come to find the patterns in which our programs thrive best. And to put it in the most simple of words, this is unity. Seeing my teams come together under one common purpose has taught me the importance of how unity within our programs can have an incredible impact on campus culture. It is because of all these experiences that I know I can put my all into this program with open arms and an open heart. And I know this position won't be easy. As do all great things, it is going to come with challenges and obstacles I have never faced. But this is what the past 3 years have been about for me, as I have wanted to do this since freshman year. I'm not just ready for it, but eager to face those hurdles and take those scary leaps, because truth be told, those leaps aren't so scary if you know your purpose. If given the opportunity, I hope I can change your world as much as this program has changed mine. Thank you for letting me share my story and passion with you all today.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tomlinson. You will now be asked your question for today. Your question is, how can we spread the qualities of a leader to our student body or our community?
As being in Senate since my freshman year, I've come to find the different patterns that we do to encourage others to not only just join spirit activities and events that we put on throughout campus, but encouraging others to join leadership programs and getting involved. And it's just super important to find that one thing, like I said in my speech, that makes you feel like you're connected to the campus, because at the end of the day, we do only have 4 years of our high school experience, and I want to make sure that each and every one of you have the opportunity to create memories throughout. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Candidate Tomlinson. Okay, here we go. This is it, guys. We will now begin our roll call voting. Candidates in their booths, do not use the Microsoft forum. Holly and Jenna will be going around and collecting your guys' votes. For all my tables, please turn your attention to your table head, discuss among yourselves, and here we go. Let's do it. Alrighty. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. 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 There we go. Here I am. Okay, let me update this real quick. Okay, so we have 16 responses, so we're still waiting on 2 tables, I believe. Mrs. Cush will assist me as we go along to get those 2 tables read. But let's go ahead and get started. It's cold out here. Okay. Starting with table number 8, U. They cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 1 Mackie, 1 Mikhail, 2 Andrea, 1 Taylor. Table 4, cast the votes in the following manner. Big Mouth. Cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 5 Mackie, 0 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, and 1 Taylor. Table number 9, Last Chance U. Cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 4 Mackie, 0 Mikhail, 1 Andrea, 1 Taylor. Table number 6, Tiger King. Cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 2 Mackie, 2 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, 1 Taylor. Table number 7, Black Mirror. Cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 4 Mackie, 0 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, and 0 Taylor. Table 11, Afterlife. Cast the votes in the following manner. 3 absent, 2 Mackie, 0 Mikhail, 1 Andrea, and 0 Taylor. Table number 3, On My Block. Cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 0 Mackie, 3 Mikhail, 1 Andrea, and 1 Taylor. Table number 10, Finding Ohana. Cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 2 Mackie, 0 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, and 3 Taylor. Table number 14, 6 Underground. Cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 1 Mackie, 2 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, and 0 Taylor. Table 12, Table 2, The Haunting of Bly Manor. Cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 4 Mackie, 1 Mikhail, 1 Andrea, 1 Taylor. Table number 13, The Irishman. Cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 0 Mackie, 4 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, and 0 Taylor. Table number 16, Peaky Blinders. Cast the votes in the following manner. 0 absent, 5 Mackie, 1 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, 0 Taylor. Table number 15, Spencer Confidential. Cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 1 Mackie, 4 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, 0 Taylor. Table number 17, Love is Blind. Cast the votes in the following manner. 3 absent, 0 Mackie, 0 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, 3 Taylor. Table 18, Lock and Key. Cast the votes in the following manner. 3 absent, 0 Mackie, 2 Mikhail, 1 Andrea, and 2 Taylor. Table 12, Daredevil. Cast the votes in the following manner. 4 absent, 1 Mackie, 0 Mikhail, 0 Andrea, and 0 Taylor. And Mrs. Cush, do we have an update on the tables we're missing?
We are waiting the votes from Umbrella Academy, Trailer Park Boys, and candidates.
Oh, I see it. Got it. Just updated. Okay. Table number 1. The Umbrella Academy. Cast the votes in the following manner. 1 absent, 2 Mackie, 1 Mikhail, 1 Andrea, and 0 Taylor. In the final table, table number 5, Trailer Park Boys cast the votes in the following manner. 2 absent, 0 Mackey, 2 Mikhail, 2 Andrea, and 0 Taylor. And our candidate booths cast the votes in the following manner. 2 Mackey, Andrea 3, Mikhail 12, and Taylor 6. And that is all the votes. Has it been updated? Awesome. So our 2 candidates for Speaker of Senate are Mackie Bautista and Mikhail Malari. Please help me in congratulating them today. There we go. All positions have now been filled or have 2 candidates available for nomination. That concludes our 2021 Nomination Convention Netflix Originals Your Movie, Your Story. Thank you so much for attending and assisting in choosing the future leaders of Vista Marietta High School for the 2021-2022 school year. Before you leave, here are a few things to remember. Remember to vote on Thursday, April 15th between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. All nominated candidates after we adjourn, please come to the stage or remain on the Zoom call to film your 10-second spot for BNN. I would like to thank the following groups and individuals that have committed to making today a success. Mr. Sipe and everyone at BNN for running the live stream for this event, Mr. Ruiz and his audio production team, senior leadership students for your assistance, and all delegates and table heads, the members of NomCon Commission, Arai Villasenor, Mrs. Cush. Finally, I would like to give a big congratulations to those that were selected to be on the ASB and respective class ballots. Best of luck to all the candidates. Now give it up one more time for your Associated Student Body President, Arai Villasenor.
As our ASB President, I would like to thank Vice President Roland for his service as ASB Vice President. Now I would like to adjourn the 2021 Nominating Convention Netflix Original Your Movie, Your Story at time 4:55. Thank you. Do I have a motion to adjourn this convention?
I, Peyton Hensley, motion to conjure this.
To adjourn this.
To adjourn.
You're good. Can I get a second?
I, Genevieve Estrada, second that motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion moved. If you guys could stay and help, that'd be greatly appreciated. If not, you guys are now all dismissed. Thank you and peace out.